Eli Roth is a kid who was, I think he was at NYU. When I was shooting Private Parts, his job was to sit outside my room all night, make sure nobody made any noise. That was his primary function. Because Gary goes, he says, well, one of his functions was not to make sure that there was no noise. And I go, no, that was his only function. But he sat, there he is, and he sat outside my door, writing a script.
Oh my God, does he look Hollywood now?
Yeah, he's gone Hollywood. He creased his hair
I
up.
didn't even recognize him out there.
He's all Hollywood.
Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah, put on those sunglasses.
There you go. Now we're ready.
Now we're Hollywood.
So, hey, Eli.
Hey, guys. Good to be back.
So,
Good
Eli,
to see you.
It's nice to be sitting inside the room as opposed to outside like I was years ago.
you did a good job outside. You kept things quiet, and that was your job.
That was the job.
Because people said, well, he was really doing security. I go, no. I just didn't want any noise, or I didn't want anybody interrupting me. I needed my sleep. Because shit, when you're working all morning and then you're shooting a movie in the afternoon, I just wanted sleep.
Well, and actually shooting a film now, I really fully appreciated what you went through. I mean, everybody knew, and I remember you were like, I'm like the guy in Il Postino. I'm going to drop dead. I'm going to drop dead.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, and you know, and that's, we actually had a security guy that was there for security. I was just, I brought you like skim milk and bananas and. You know,
were you
porn.
at NYU at the time?
I'd actually just finished NYU, and I was kind of working as an assistant.
I mean, I've said this a million times. Eli was so hired on our movie to do that, and then he would sit there with a little book and write longhand the script, and he'd say, yeah, I'd say to him, how you doing, man? And he'd go, hey, I'm writing a script, and I go, yeah, asshole. You know.
Right.
You know.
Never to my face, of course. It's like, hey, Eli, thank you. Yeah.
Right.
I go, oh, that's very good. You know, it shows you're industrious. What an asshole.
You remember actually saying asshole?
Of course. I mean, because you know anyone who writes a script that never goes anywhere.
Well, I mean, that's not totally true. 99.9% of them, though.
Who looked at Eli and knew he was
knew?
You know, if I knew, I would have optioned.
Yeah, exactly. Who would have been a little, yeah, you want to sleep inside? Want to sleep in the bed?
I would have tied this fucker up if I knew he was actually writing something that makes some money.
You'd have hostile money.
What were you writing?
That was Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever. And Cabin Fever made how much money?
It was, well, $30 million at the box office, another $75 million on DVD.
Wow.
And what did it cost to make?
That's nice.
$1.5 million.
That's what you were busy writing outside my room.
Yeah, that's what I was working on.
Give me that fucking script.
And that's just
I
domestic?
love that movie, too, by the way.
A dopey kid doesn't give me the script.
That was
Why
worldwide.
should he?
Should have.
You
Should've
keep
shown it to
walking by him,
I would have optioned that damn thing if I knew it was going to
not
make
talking to him.
$100 million.
Believe me, it was available. You could have got it for a song. I wrote that script, you know, back then, and it wasn't until 2001 that we shot it. I mean, for years, everybody said this is terrible and this will never make money. And, you know, people watch it today and they still say it's terrible, so it's great.
Well, it made a lot of
loved it.
money. It was about, you know, a guy getting an infection, right?
Yeah, the bunch of kids. It was sort of like an Evil Dead type movie. It was
Yeah,
like
they
an
were all
80s.
at this cabin.
Yeah, it was like a throwback to like the 80s Evil Dead style splat.
Do you only make horror films?
I know. Actually, I want to do comedy stuff.
You do?
Yeah. Did you see Grindhouse?
I didn't see Grindhouse. I want to. Is that on DVD yet?
Grindhouse is not out on DVD
No,
yet.
it's in
They're
the
trying to put it
theaters.
back in
But
the
if you
theaters.
go
But
on
I
YouTube,
I saw the trailer you made for it. Thanksgiving?
Funny
Yes,
as
that
hell.
was great.
White
Yeah.
meat, dark meat, all will be carved.
That was
Yeah,
good.
you know,
was- yeah, like-
those parts of the movie were great.
I loved it. I mean, I'm going to do a whole movie of fake trailers called Trailer Trash.
Yeah.
Just totally, like,
That's
I
good.
have so many ideas for just really, really terrible movies that will just make great bad trailers.
So then after Cabin Fever, you made Hostel 1.
Yeah.
Hostel 1 cost how much to make?
$3.8 million.
And it grossed how much?
$80 million at the box office and another almost $200 million on DVD.
See, this is the
That's
kind of
crazy.
reputation you want in Hollywood.
Well, yeah, and every low budget used to be a bad word. I mean, the average budget is $80 million.
Right.
So then Hostel, we made it. We said, okay, if this movie makes $5 or $10 million, it's
You'll
a
be a
huge
hero.
hit.
We're golden,
And then opening
right?
weekend, it made 20 and knocked out
Yeah.
Narnia, and we were shocked.
Who did you make that film for, Hostel 1?
We made it independently.
You
and then
did?
Sony and Lionsgate picked it up while we were in production on it. They weren't even going to put it in theaters. They showed it to audiences, and people were going crazy, and they thought, okay, there's something
How
here.
did you get the money together to make the movie before you sold it to Sony?
Because I started a production company with some other filmmakers, and we had kind of a fund to make movies, and we had like $3 million together.
Right.
And so we just started production, and then Sony found out that we were going to basically make it for $3 million and kind of just take it to auction and see who wanted it. And Sony said, you know what, we'll buy it for 3.8.
Great.
And so I said, you know what? Okay, and then they basically gave us the paperwork that says they're buying it for 3.8, and then I just increased the budget for by another $800,000.
And then you distributed the film through them.
Through Sony and Lionsgate.
Right. Did you think they had any idea it was going to make that kind of money?
Nobody had any idea.
Nobody. They probably figured maybe we'll turn a little profit on it. It'll be a nice little venture.
Exactly. Well, what they do is they basically run, everybody has a value, and they look at my name and they say, okay, in a worst case scenario, if this movie goes, straight to DVD, how much money did Cabin Fever make? We could make $5 $5 million. Let's give him 3.8. We'll give him 4 for it. Like that's kind of how they do it.
And also, it's very unusual for a director your age to now have his name above the title. And that means when we see Hostel 2, it will say Eli Roth's Hostel 2.
Yeah, well, they do that. They do that in the advertising. On the movie, I just kind of put written and directed by. But in the advertising, they're selling. But the good thing with horror fans is the horror fans know they look for movies by director.
Right.
Like the director
Absolutely.
is kind of starting like, okay, John Carpenter, Tobe Hooper, Wes Craven.
The director is the star.
Yeah, and so the way that like with Quentin Tarantino, the director is the star of the movie. And so a lot of they've just look at the the mass appeal that my films have had, and being so kind of at that. Extremely violent. It's great.
And you think Hostel 2 is more violent and more horror grotesque than Hostel 1?
Hostel 1 is hard to sit through.
Well, Hostel 2, to make a movie more gross, all you have to do is add another tool and add another body part, and there's kind of no challenge. I wanted to make like Aliens or Road Warrior, a movie that's better and scarier. I'm telling you, the end of Hostel Part 2, nothing's going to touch it. It is the kind of showstopper denouement.
Well, I saw that extended trailer that they were showing last week. That was scary.
Yeah, it's a much better movie. It's better. Bijou Phillips is so awesome in it. And,
cute girl.
Oh,
Did you
she's
bone her?
fantastic. I did not bone her. I didn't bone any of the girls. The girl I was actually the girl from Hostel 1 became my girlfriend after the movie, Barbara, the brunette. But no, in Hostel 2 there was no boning.
And now you're dating that Rosaria Dawson. I'm not sure which one she is.
I'm not. You know what? It's
You're
funny. Like
not
we walked.
dating her?
That's her?
We walked. That is Rosario Dawson. That's her at the Cannes Film Festival. She is in Death Proof. So we all went to see like a whole gang of us did opening night, and I literally walked out of the Roosevelt Hotel, and I was next to her. I mean, I was going to give her a ride. We were going to go. Everyone was going over to Quentin's house. I was like, oh, I'll give you a ride. I parked up the street, and there's this gaggle of photographers that surround her.
Oh, so you're not banging her?
And so no, not
Never
at all.
have.
It was hilarious. It was like next thing you know, it was in Page 6. I was like, Rosario, this is a great rumor, and let's keep spreading it because maybe. But
I thought for sure that you're dating some hot known celebrities because you were voted director with the best physique.
Well, I mean, that's like being voted best dancer at a bar mitzvah. Let's be honest. I mean, who's my competition?
But you're in shape. You do work out.
Yeah,
right?
I work out all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a young guy. How old are you now?
Now 35.
35 years old. You're young, by Hollywood standards as a director. That's
Younger,
young.
yeah.
And you're in good shape. You got all your hair.
Yes.
I would
A
imagine
little too much hair, some people would argue.
I would imagine a lot of actresses would like to get to know you. This would be a very good score for them to have an Eli Roth who's got his name above the title, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So what are you doing? How are you playing this? Do you have one girlfriend? Do you have many girlfriends?
Well, you kind of, I go away to Prague and make the movies. And
Right.
in Prague, there's like usually I meet a nice Czech girl, and I was actually pretty well behaved. On Hostel 1, it was kind of a frat party.
Right.
We just went berserk. It was like
with
freshman.
what? Extras?
Oh, no, it was like extras, like crazy, just girls that we met. I mean, every night we were going out in Prague and getting phone numbers and going insane. And literally we'd be shooting on set with the extras, getting phone numbers. And it was nuts.
How did you make
hire-
a movie?
Oh, we did nude casting. No, it was literally like, that was, by the way, that became the very problem. Was I kept getting like, I was up all night, I kept getting strep throat, and like we'd have a 2-day break and I'd go out with 3 girls in a weekend. And I was like, and then the movie, like I remember I was on set and I started falling asleep, and they're like, Eli, what's the next setup? And I woke up and I was like, oh my God, this is actually affecting the film.
Right.
And I was like, I got to be a monk, and I completely stopped cold turkey.
So now that
And on
you're-
Hostel 2, I was like a monk the whole time.
do you hire hot extras on Hostel?
You
2?
have to hire hot extras because honestly, I swear to God, I learned this. You need hot extras and you need a couple cute PAs, and people can say it's sexist, but I swear to God, the crew behaves.
Yeah,
the
right.
guys, when there are hot extras around,
There's stuff to do.
They're gentlemen and they're polite and they're friendly, and everybody wants to show what a great job they can
Everybody
do.
comes to work,
Dude,
right?
on Cabin Fever, we had all guy PAs and the crew revolted.
Right.
People started going crazy.
It's an excellent idea. And from working on movies, if the director has any sort of social life during the principal photography, he's not doing his job. There's
That's
no
right.
way he could.
That is
hire.
true.
There is no way, and it's a 7-day-a-week.
Ivan
24-hour
Reitman once
job.
told me, who was on Private Parts, said to me,
Yeah.
the director never gets laid. Never.
He's working all the time.
That's the thing. The director has the least sex out of anybody, and that's
Yeah.
genuinely true. Even when I made Cabin Fever, when I was editing, it was like a year and a half that I went.
So what do you need to
without
do?
getting
Like
laid.
jerk off before each workday?
I tried, but it's like I share an apartment with my brother, and it's
You do?
Yeah, I
But you
did.
have you must have a lot of money, right?
Well, it's starting to come in now. Finally.
It's starting to come in. When,
You mean-
when
wait a
Hostel
minute.
1 made that kind of money in Cabin Fever, don't you get a hunk of it?
Well, at Cabin Fever, it's amazing where the money goes, and we're auditing the company. I mean, it's just the money. You can't believe where it goes. You see these statements, and it's like, wow, the movie cost 3.8, made 80 million. You owe us $700,000.
Right.
And they're like, no, we're holding money for video reserve for returns.
Oh, my
basically,
God.
from the time the movie comes in theaters, it's about 2 years till you really start to get paid.
Then what about Hostel Part 1? I mean, that made hundreds of millions.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to get paid basically for that in October.
Really?
And that's actually kind of an accelerated pay schedule.
And what do you think?
And
it's
Hustle
gonna
2
be?
will get paid. Hustle 2 will get paid a little
You
faster.
own parts of these films, right?
Yes, I do.
Like the
I
numbers.
don't believe what you're telling me. You're
No,
telling me
it's unbelievable. You would not. Nobody believes. That's what's so funny. Do you
Do
think
you
like
need a couple of bucks? I can
I was
live.
going to say, what
I'm
kind
a-
of car are you driving? No.
I'm driving the same car I've been for the last 7 or 8
But
years.
what's your upfront? Without getting into details, your upfront money to direct Hostel 2 is way more. Right?
Actually, my
hope
upfront
so.
money on Hostel 1, I paid myself $10,000.
Holy shit!
Because the movie was so violent, I wanted to keep the cost low, and I was like, just enough money to cover my rent. Hostel 2, I cut my salary and have to put more money into gore and special effects.
But Eli, the numbers you just quoted us, just say Hostel 1, right? You're talking about a profit of around $100 million.
At least.
You say
Yeah.
you're going to get paid in October.
Yeah.
Again, like, what do you think's coming in October? Is it major money? It's got to be, right?
It'll be major money for
Several
me.
$1 million.
Yeah, it'll be several $1 million.
Right. Yeah, and
That's
you
what I'll have.
deserve
So
it. I
then
mean,
you'll be
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah, then I'll be okay. No, I'm okay now. Believe me,
So
I'm
we
not
can loan
starving.
you
I'm doing
some
fine.
money.
No,
have you been?
I'm okay.
Have you been banging major actresses? Like,
No.
did you get a Cameron Diaz at this point?
You know, I think if I went after someone like that, I possibly could, but
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in it. I've noticed that with the major actresses,
Too much trouble.
there's
Oh, come on. You're a young guy.
Guys,
You're gonna
they're-
I'm
wait-
interested in that kind of
Let me
You're
trouble.
tell
going to
ya.
wait like Robert Rodriguez until after you have a family to get
No.
This
I mean,
is
like,
such bullshit.
honestly, but you go to Prague, the Czech girls are so beautiful. They're
Yeah, okay, but
unbelievable.
but they're not Hollywood act. Like, they have a Cameron Diaz. That's
Yeah,
got to
but-
be great.
Yeah, but it's not. You think these actresses are so high maintenance, and honestly, you have to pay so much attention to them.
Maybe you're right.
that, like, do you know what it's like? It's like, okay, yeah, you're having sex with a girl, and you're both watching yourself in the mirror, but then like you stop, and she's still watching herself in the mirror. It's not. Do you know what I mean? There's a
Gotta
difference.
end at some point.
Go to Iceland, and it's like a whole country full of beautiful girls that love to get drunk and they go crazy, and
have fun.
that's where the fun girls are.
And they're just as hot as any Hollywood actor.
They are hotter than the
Hotter.
Hollywood actresses
Yeah.
because they don't need tons and tons and tons of makeup before
We
they
just
look
had a
that
regular
hot.
girl. I mean, okay, granted, she's waitressing. I mean, she's fucking hot. right?
Howard, let me tell you something. I
I'm
was
not
just
saying-
about to say that. We've had 3 chicks in here in the last month that I feel are hotter than Cameron Diaz. Today we had one, Gary's girl. I agree with you, hotter than Cameron Diaz, and no baggage at all. I know what he's talking about. I mean, look. To get more famous, like Ashton Kutcher did something real smart. He made himself an A-list celebrity by dating her. But if you got
Yeah, but he's
talent
got to
like
bang
Eli,
a 50-year-old.
Yeah.
well, Eli's got some talent. Fuck it.
I know.
He has
I
to
like
bang
normal
a
girls. Do you know? Do you know what it is? It's like you work.
Ashton Kutcher's Ashton Kutcher, but guess what? He's banging fucking old news.
By the
Yeah, but
way,
I think it
Am
made
I
him.
right?
He made him
Yeah.
famous,
Right.
though. It made
I
him
know.
way
He
more
is
famous.
famous.
Hey,
know.
I read a quote from you. You said in one of your films you would love to chop off Kate Hudson's head.
oh, that was a joke. Actually, not really. It'd be kind of
Because all the
serious.
movies are so bad.
Well, honestly, I mean, you get stuck on an airplane. I want to jump when Raising Helen's on. I mean, what's your choice?
when Raising Helen is on, do you go like, you know what? I want to cut this broad's head off.
Yeah, I was like, this should be called Uggs the movie. I'm like, what is this film?
It doesn't mean anything, that film, right?
Oh, and the Kate, you just
Nothing
like,
she does
and
means
Emma.
anything.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I like her. Look, she was fine and almost famous, and Kurt Russell. I don't want him to beat me up for saying this because I love Kurt Russell, but Kate Hudson, I would genuinely chop her head off.
Hostel 2 is coming out, what, this weekend?
Yeah, Friday.
And who's your competition?
Opens Friday. Ocean's 13.
I didn't like it.
And
I
what
saw
did you
Ocean's
say
11.
About Ocean's 12.
I saw Ocean's 11. I didn't like it. I never understood it. I couldn't understand why anyone would watch it.
I
unless-
like the first one.
And 12, I didn't even bother to see.
Let me tell you about part 12. I actually had a fun time at Ocean's 11. I thought it was great. So I went to see Ocean's 12, and I was like, do you know what? The heist in this movie is they took everyone's money. They took the public's money.
Right.
I'm like, this is terrible. This is like watching the Smug Pack. Are we paying rent on George Clooney's villa in Tuscany? I was like, I expect better from those guys, and I expect better from Steven Soderbergh.
Right.
So I was
That's
disappointed.
I expect this movie just me paying to watch them have fun.
I'm
Yeah,
a little tired
exactly.
of how good
do you know,
friends
well,
they
here's
are.
the thing.
so-
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. If you take a date to see Ocean's 13, and I'm sure it's a fine movie, and they know 12 sucks, they make a better film. Your date's gonna be looking at the screen going, you're not Brad Pitt. And then they look
Right.
at you and you're like, you're not George Clooney. But you go to see Hostel, and you're like, that is the scariest, ugliest, creepiest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah,
thank God I'm with you. Exactly. I'm gonna grab your hand. I'm gonna grab your arm. I don't want to go.
marketing
I don't want.
strategy.
I don't want to go home alone. Girls never want to go home alone after a horror movie. Then you put on Willy Wonka and you close the deal.
That's a good marketing strategy,
I'm telling you, it's
yeah.
the date movie.
Absolutely.
So you're not, what do you think? What do you think the movie will gross?
Well, I mean, there's two kinds of gross. I think it'll be gross in the disgusting kind of way. Look, I hope it does well. I hope it does what the first one did. That
Right.
would be great. I think people. I think it's a
the
better movie.
Is anticipated.
I think the word of mouth in this one will be much
Yeah.
stronger than the first one. I really got to watch the first one with audiences and see what worked, what didn't work. And I'm telling you, the end of this movie, I don't care how much money. Spider-Man cost $350 million in special effects, and I heard people leaving the theater going, That sucked. I don't care how much money this movie spent or what movie stars. Nothing will have the ending we have. You're going to love it. It's so, like,
I like Bijou. How naked do you get her in that?
Not as naked as you'd think.
Right.
But we do have other naked girls to compensate for not having Bijou naked.
Yeah, I like Bijou.
Heather Matarazzo.
Bijou is
does some nudity.
Yeah.
From Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Very nice.
She looks great.
You're talking about Wiener Dog?
Wiener Dog.
Wiener Dog is
Heather,
naked?
yep, she shows
That's
up good.
criminal.
Dude, I know.
You should go to jail.
That's the thing. Is people watch the movie, they see Beaver Phillips, but let me tell you, Heather is gorgeous, and she hides it and she keeps it a secret. I'm like, Heather, honestly,
does she do that?
She came in the audition. I'm like, Heather, I want to bang you.
Wow.
And she goes, oh my God, really? I'm like, Heather, you realize that you're going to be hung upside naked, like you're going to be upside down naked in this movie. She goes, that's why I want to do it. You want to see me naked? I'm like, I want to see you naked, and I really want to bang you. She's like, oh, Eli, she's so great. I
Howard,
love her.
I'm looking at a picture of her in the Daily News right now. I think this gay crasher thing, and she's laughing in a way. You're going to call me a jerk off. She's laughing in a way. She kind of looks like Kate Beckinsale.
Let me see.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Draw.
Wiener Dog grew up hot.
Let me tell you, we call her Heather Materhazzo. She really is, and she's fucking sexy too. The girl is sexy.
Oh, I didn't know that was her.
That's
Yeah.
She looks good.
Dude, her body is
How
sick.
did that happen?
Let me tell you, she did yoga. She got in shape.
that's
She
fucked
knew
up.
it.
That awkward stage.
That's fucked
She
up.
got way
hey,
past
listen,
that.
she always was wanted. That kid in Welcome to the Dollhouse wanted to rape her.
Yeah, exactly.
When Wiener Dog walks in, you didn't recognize her, and you said, "Hey, this is just a hot chick."
Well, no, I knew she flew from New York to Los Angeles to audition,
Yeah,
and
you knew
I
it
love
was.
Welcome to the Dollhouse. And I
Me
was
too.
so excited that she wanted to do that movie. I remember listening to her on your show.
Yeah.
And so I was so excited that she wanted to do it. And I walked in, and I'm like, oh my God, she is hot. I'm like, Heather, you're really fucking sexy.
Hey, Kyle, you're on the air in Orlando.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, you guys, you never banged any other chicks, famous chicks at all? I mean, even before you started directing movies and stuff?
Honestly, no. The
Wow.
famous chicks, no. I just went after hot chicks.
You
I've
never
really
banged the chick you worked with?
Well, I mean, girls that I worked as production assistants and other extras and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Let's go to Stephanie. Stephanie, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Howard.
Hi. What's your question?
Hi. No, I don't have a question. I just wanted to make a comment to Eli about Hostel 1.
Yes, Stephanie.
I wanted to say that I went there to the theater to see it, and my husband had his eyes hooked to the screen the whole time while the naked breasts were flashing. And then as soon as the scary part started, he had his hands over his face the entire rest of the movie. So I can't wait to see Hostel 2, and I think it's a brilliant marketing strategy with the girls going home scared, but it worked in the opposite direction for me.
I'm glad to hear that, and Stephanie, you'll be pleased to know there's a lot of sausage in this movie. This movie
always-
has more male nudity than all the Harvey Keitel films combined.
Were you always into horror films?
Always. When I was 8 years old, I saw Alien. I was like, I want to be a horror movie director.
You threw up at Alien, didn't you?
Well, yeah, that was a problem I had. I puked when I saw Alien, and then I actually saw The Exorcist, and I puked, and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I puked, and finally I saw Outland in the theater, and the heads exploded, and I was running down the theater, projectile vomiting on people. My parents were like, "You can't see horror movies anymore because you can't." But it became psychosomatic. I just got scared that I was going to puke, so I puked.
Right.
And then I remember they wouldn't let me see Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that was like Star Wars, and I was like, "I got to see it," and they said, "No, people's faces melt," and I said, "I promise I won't puke." I remember holding it in and holding it in and holding it in, and the faces melted. I was like, I didn't puke.
Yeah, you see, you grew up.
And then look what happened now. And then when Hostel 1 came out, people were running out of the theater, projectile vomiting. There were photos of it on the internet.
crazy.
It was awesome.
Is it hard writing a movie?
It's the hardest thing in the world.
You got to lock yourself in a room and do the thing.
Yeah, I do. Do you know what? I actually, it was Tarantino who got me writing longhand. I remember I was sitting outside your door long. It was before laptops, but now, you get used to the laptop. But Tarantino's like, my pen is my antenna to God. He's like, you got to fucking write longhand, man. Right. Longhand. And so I started writing in a notebook.
But you did when you sat outside my studio.
I did, but then I got into the computer and it was before laptops, really. I mean, laptops, nobody really had them then. And then so... And so I would, sit there and I'd write and I'd write and I'd write. And the sequel is tough because you got to give people what they want, but you got to give them something new. But fucking everything's been done before.
Right.
And then when I talk to the ratings board, and then you have to get your movie through the ratings board, they're like, Eli, we don't even know what to compare this to because we've never seen this. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm running out of body parts, guys.
So what do you do? So where does your inspiration come from? What do you like? How do you think of more gory shit to do that hasn't been seen before?
Just look at the shit that's going on in the world. Look what people have done throughout history. Walk into any museum of medieval torture in Europe Europe. You can't fucking believe the shit the church came up with that they did over 250 years.
Yeah.
They used to have a guy upside down, legs spread, and take a two-ended saw and slowly saw them in half.
The church did that.
The church did that because there were witches, and because the Bible said, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." So the church said, "We got to get rid of the witches." Now, it's like anthrax would basically make a cow's udders bleed, and they had no way of knowing what that was. So they assumed it was witches because the Bible said so, and they would saw people in half and have them upside down specifically so you'd stay conscious longer.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Or they'd have like a pyramid that would like sit on you'd stick it like called the Judas cradle. You would sit on it, on this pyramid that would go in your ass, and you'd have angle weights on, and basically over 2 days would slowly pull you down. And so I mean, like, you couldn't even film it. There's nothing like that in the movie, but it's like, you look at the stuff that people actually really did to each other. It's unbelievable.
So that's what, you don't even need to be all that creative. You can write a horror film.
Just go to one of those
Just
museums.
Go to church.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go to church. Exactly. Go to the Museum of Torture.
Yeah.
And they're in every city in Europe.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool. I wish you luck, man. I'm
Thanks, Howard.
I'm very happy for you. It's very exciting to know someone who was sitting there scribbling outside my door, making a success of himself.
And I got to say, you know, even though you call me an asshole behind your back, you were always so nice to me.
No,
and every other movie, people were like, "Oh, you worked with Howard Stern." I'm like, guys, honestly, I worked on probably 150 different movies. I worked on Meet Joe Black. I got all these different films. Nobody was as nice as Howard was, and it was the most fun working on Private Parts.
I was actually kind of fascinated by Eli. I thought it was kind of really cool that I didn't call him an asshole. I was really kind of taken that he was using his time
while he sat there instead of just sitting there.
And the guy would stay up all night writing this movie, and I was like, you know, that's admirable. Most people would just sit in the fucking chair and sleep.
Here comes the bullshit. He's successful now.
No. He was really cool.
This story
by the way,
before.
no. Howard always asked me how the writing was going.
I would
and we
come
talk
out
about every day.
What's going on?
He was goofing on you. How's the writing going?
No, he was.
You can't win with this group.
Tough room.
See Eli Roth's Hostel 2 opening Friday in theaters everywhere. It is gorier, more
ending.
Disgusting.
It's gonna have the movie ending. It's gonna blow away every other ending of the other movies.
When does it get reviewed? Does it get reviewed this Friday?
Yeah, there's already a review up on Ain't It Cool News with some spoilers. It's amazing. I mean, the reviews are incredible. Friday,
they'll be in the paper.
That'll be the reviews.
Are you becoming a better director now that this is your third big film?
Oh yeah.
Say?
I watch my movies with audiences over and over, and I see what works, and I really feel like I've gotten better each time.
All right, that's good. That's good. Eli Roth's Hostel 2 opening Friday in theaters everywhere. Got to take a break. We'll be back right at. Who was the biggest prick you ever worked with?
Oh God. Jesus, there were so many pricks. Raquel Welch was fucking out of her mind on Central Park West. She was so nuts. I remember the show was canceled. It was the 11th month. She was screaming for her apple juice, and they're like, and I was the assistant. They were like, Eli, you got to get apple juice. And I went in the elevator and I ran upstairs, and they're like, where's the fucking apple juice? I'm like, I'm through. And I like ran across the street to the market, and I'm like, they're like, what's fucking apple juice? I'm like, there's Red Cheek, there's Martinelli's. What do we do? Like, get that fucking apple juice, get that fucking apple juice. And literally, like, the rap party had already started, and she was on set going, I'm not shooting out my apple juice. And I got it, and I like had to like run and run. Like, I remember running. They're like, don't wait for the fucking elevators, run. And I had to run up like 12 flights of stairs. And I was like, here's your apple juice. And she's like, it's cold. And I was like, just like you fucking frigid bitch.
You had a lot of shitty jobs on movies.
I had so many shitty jobs. That's why Private Parts was so fun. When I had the job, when they were like, Gary wants to shoot this thing in the snow with these girls. And I had to walk all those strippers from the trailer out to Gary.
Not so bad.
And then then they were taking their clothes off, and I had to walk them back. It was so much fun.
I got him beat. I had the shittiest job in movies ever, Eli. I got you beat. I was an actor in Mystery Men.
Oh my God! Wow,
that's pretty bad.
That's a bad one.
I'd rather get apple juice for Raquel Welch.
I got fired for being a bad stand-in on Meet Joe Black.
Really?
I was so bad. Martin Brest was such an ass. This is the worst job ever, because you have to stand and be like the same height as the actor.
Right.
So I knew the assistant directors, and I got on, but I was like an inch shorter than the guy.
Which actor?
It was Jake Weber, who's in Dawn of the Dead. And
all right.
So I was like an inch shorter than him, but the first shot was a walking shot. So the DP's like, "Can you make yourself taller?" And I kind of perched up, and he's like, "Can you walk?" And I started doing this sort of tiptoed, like a T-Rex kind of walk. And the director walked by and goes, "Who's that guy? He is one untalented stand-in. Fire him." And they fired me for being an untalented stand-in, okay? So get this. And then afterwards, this is Martin Brest, the director of Gigli, fires me for being untalented.
Oh, look, so who's untalented now?
Well, here's the best part. After that, I needed money so bad that they're like, okay, we can bring you back as a production assistant, but we got to hide you. So I was in a little tiny basement room turning the air conditioning on and off for 18 hours a day, and they were like, Air on. All right, we're getting ready to roll. Air off. Air on. And then I got the call from Ray, and they're like, Private Parts is starting production, and Howard wants to know if you want to come sit out his door. And it's like, you liberated me literally from the single worst
Thank
job
God.
I ever had in film business.
That sounds awful.
On Meet Joe Black.
Can
It
you
was
imagine
horrible.
First of all, Meet Joe Black wasn't good.
Terrible.
Number two, this guy
Firing
made
a stand-in.
Oh, for Christ's sake, I've never even heard of that.
I never. An
stand-in.
untalented stand-in. I'm like, thank you.
You know what that
Martin
is?
Brest.
That's a director, I think, sensing what he's doing ain't working. And because you don't
he's
see
just
that on.
By the way,
Miserable.
there were some great quotes from him. Martin Brest, I remember, like, would turn deep and go, "This is the shot that's going to get me the Oscar."
No.
That was the famous
On
quote all the
Meet Joe
time.
Black?
On Meet Joe Black. And he was doing 80 takes of Brad Pitt, and then Anthony Hopkins was like, "I'm not a heavyweight. I can't do 80 takes. It's like I'm one of the best actors in the world. You get 5 takes. Sorry."
Yeah, how many times am I going to do
18
this?
hours. He thought
80 takes.
Martin Brest thought he was Stanley Kubrick.
Wow, what is he doing now?
Now he's Stanley Roper. I think he's a landlord. In some building, you know? He hasn't worked since Geely.
Yeah, well.
And nor should he.
Nor should he.
That's right. So there's a bit of retribution in this, right? I mean,
I
it
know.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but whatever.
Why don't you do a movie where Martin Brest gets his head chopped off?
Do you know what? I'd like to have him and then cast him and fire him at the last second.
Fire him, say you're not very
You're just
talented.
untalented.
You're not really that
One
You
good.
can
thing
sit
you-
and turn the air conditioner on and off.
One thing you said that was, were you kidding when you said the rap party had literally started for that show?
Oh, Central Park West. We were not finished shooting, but they had rented out a bar across the street, and people were leaving to go to the rap party, and they had another shot, and I was getting the apple juice, and I was like, what the fuck? And everyone was next door, and they were drunk already, so we had to go and shoot this last shot, and it was like 7 people left waiting for this one scene, even though the show was already canceled.
What
Going
kind
somewhere.
of morale is there on a fucking set when the rap
Dude,
party's
there
going
was
on?
When you
zero
were,
morale.
when you're
It
a
was a
PA
depressing show.
and your job is basically making sure that this big baby, Raquel Welch, gets her apple juice before
Yes.
she goes out and does her next scene.
Yes.
Did you ever say to yourself at some point, you know what, this might not be the right business for me. I don't want to get celebrities apple juice.
Oh, do you know what? I'd say, you know what? This is a test. It's just this is a fucking marathon. And
Right.
it's literally, it's not whoever's the most talented. It's who's willing to put up with the most bullshit.
That's
It's
right.
like for you to get to where you are. You had a number of horrible
Just
jobs, but
hang
you were
in.
so focused and just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And you got to kind of enjoy it and look at it. And I always looked at everything with a sense of humor. I mean, even when it was like 4 in the morning and 0 degrees, and I was outside Tompkins Square Park, like trying to stop homeless people from making noise during takes and stuff. Like, you just have to have a sense of humor about
Hey,
it.
you, homeless guy, shut the fuck up. We're making a movie here.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
Stop
sir.
asking
Please.
people for
I
food.
appreciate that. Stop.
Is your next movie going to be adapting a Stephen King novel?
Yeah, I'm going to do either. You're probably going to be Cell, the Stephen King book Cell.
Is
or
that the one about the telephone?
Yeah,
that
the people get
comes
the
to life or
zap.
something?
Everyone gets zapped with the phone. Everyone on cell phone gets zapped, and they go completely crazy, and civilization totally collapses.
That's a big deal because a lot of times Stephen King movies, they have a hard time making them into, translated.
I know, and I think the key is don't film the book. Adapt the book and make a movie and do
Right.
what's best with
Use
the movie.
the idea of the
Don't-
book.
Exactly. Don't replicate the book. Just take what you love about the book and put it into a great movie.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And I think I might do that or trailer trash or maybe both. All my fake trailers.
Yeah, do the Stephen King thing. I always like those movies. I love Stephen
love
King.
Yeah, I
Stephen
love,
King,
The
yeah.
Shining and
Yeah.
Carrie and Creepshow. There's so many great
I
adaptations.
like the one with the cats.
Sleepwalkers?
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
See, I like it. I don't know, man. I'm sure that
I
wasn't well
love his
reviewed.
every mini series they do of his books. It's great. Stephen King's great. He's a
Is-
great source.
What was the one where
material.
Drew Barrymore goes on fire?
Oh,
Firestarter.
Firewalk,
That was cool.
Firestarter.
Yeah,
I like
that.
Firestarter.
Yeah, that
See,
was
the
pretty
problem
good.
is after The Shining with Nicholson and Kubrick doing that, it's hard to,
Shining wasn't one of my favorites.
Real, I love it.
I
It was
love
just, that's an amazing
Love
movie.
it. Holds
Chris,
up.
you're on the air in Philadelphia.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey now. Eli, would you ever consider using Howard for a movie?
I would love to work with Howard in some capacity if it was the right project.
I want to play a monster. I want to be the
You could
scarecrow.
have been in Hostel too.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
am I not in Hostel too?
Yeah,
I
you
could have
could
worked
be-
with Bijou.
you
I
could
could be
be-
the guy. I could be the big gross guy who comes in and bangs her.
I'll be a client.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Well,
could see him as one of the clients, one of the
One of
members
those creepy
the-
guys. One of those guys with
Yeah,
too
with
much
the-
money. Money
yeah,
doesn't matter to them, and where they're never
tattoo,
happy. Nothing's
right.
ever enough. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got my tattoo,
All
but
right.
it's
I'm
fake.
willing to shave my head for a movie.
Wow.
Are you really? There you go.
Committed to my art if it was the right role.
Talk
I don't
about
know.
box office.
I don't even know if I care about doing another movie. If it was like really cool, I would do it, but I don't give a shit anymore. I mean,
Do you know
I
what we
would be
could do?
good
We
in
could
it.
do like in Trailer Trash. We could film the trailer for Fart Man, and then you basically get to shoot the best scenes,
I
and
would
you don't
do
have to
that.
make the movie.
That
That
That's
would
what I'd
be
like
like
to
a
do.
good
We'd
idea.
that way you shoot it in 2 days,
That's
and let's pick
funny.
our favorite moments, and you feel like you made the movie, and you only shoot the best parts.
That's funny. I would do that.
There you
That
go.
would
The
be fun.
trailer for
Yeah.
Done.
Fart Man.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. Put it in
great.
Trailer
That's
Trash.
funny.
Done.
Because really, Fartman should have been a trailer.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
me,
Do you know what I mean?
It was a
should have
funny
been.
Just think of
script,
joke,
though.
joke, joke. Don't worry about the fucking
Yeah.
script. Just
Yeah.
go for the gags.
I got the script.
Though it was a funny script too.
Yeah, it was. but never had the balls to make it.
Let's bring back Fart Man. Why the fuck not?
That's it.
So
let's go to Dale. One last question
That's
for
a good
Eli.
idea.
Hey, Eli, how's it going?
Good, Dale. How you doing, man?
All right, good, thanks. Listen, I just wanted to ask you, Jessica Biel has been in a lot of, like, horror movies, or she's trying to be, like, this new horror queen.
Yeah.
Would you ever, put her in a film of yours?
Yeah, I love Jessica Biel. I think she could beat me up, but I love her.
Why not?
Jessica
Sure.
Biel, she's amazing in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's one of the reasons that movie works so well.
I think Eli doesn't even need. One of the cool things is
That
he doesn't need a big
stars,
star.
right?
No, that's the and the thing about horror is the scare is the star.
The director's the star, actually, which is nice for you.
Yeah.
All right, listen, Eli.
Howard.
Hostel 2, man. We're pulling for you, pal.
I
Opening
appreciate it,
Friday
man.
in theaters everywhere. It sounds like it's going to be a winner for you. I really do hope so.
For old time's sake,
Thanks,
Eli.
guys.
Eli, for old time's sake, do you mind waiting for the rest of the show outside?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
making sure nobody makes any noise?
I'd be happy to.
Sit outside there, and if
Sit
anyone
outside your
bothers
door.
me, you let me know, all right?
I'm thrilled. Anytime you need. Happy to.
Good luck, Eli. Eli
Thanks,
Roth, everyone.
Take care, man. Thanks, man. That was awesome. That was really
Good time in there, Eli.
Fantastic.
That was so much fun. I've been like dreaming of that interview in my head. I can't even tell you, like my whole life, thinking, God, I'd love to be a guest on Stern with a horror movie, and to actually go in there was that was so awesome.
Well, you guys have spoken on the phone before, but actually being in there with Howard had to be really cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, you watch it, like, I remember watching the fucking Channel 9 show on WR and thinking, God, to be in the room with Howard with the with the headset and to actually see what the room is like, and there he is. It was, he makes you forget that you're actually on the radio in front of millions of people. That's
Very
his genius.
conversational.
You walk in there and you feel like you're in his living room, hanging out with him. That's what makes it so fun.
So it's really come a long way, like a fulfilled dream, sitting
this is
outside his room
I'm
to now.
I listened to the show literally since I think I started listening like 1990. That was how long I've been listening to Howard. So to actually be here making a movie, and then you're working on private parts and dreaming, God, one day I'm going to get there and I'm going to be directing, and what if Howard had me on a guest? So to actually do it, it's like an outer body experience. I actually don't believe it's happening. It's so fun.
It seemed like he was a big fan of yours also. So
it was great. We got along great. Howard was so fucking cool. He was so nice, so friendly, so fun. It was like as fun as it was in there. That's really how he was all the time. Cool. It was great.
Well, thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks, man.
Best of the Wrap-Up Show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The Best of the Wrap-Up Show begins now.
Hey, this is Jason, and on Monday's wrap-up show, they furthered the conversation about how I was talking to Kevin Kraft about taking gay pictures of him for a gay website to make money. People were saying that I'm gay for even saying that. I'd be willing to do it. Look, I'm in it for the money, but what's so gay about wanting to take a picture of a naked dude?
Jason Kaplan, you were a big highlight of today's show, starting with a page 69 item as your own little rag there comes back to bite you, I guess. Now, what is the deal with this photo shoot? I've heard conflicting stories, but the one that seems to be out there is that you were extremely eager and offered to take these photos, and you basically don't have a problem with it.
No, that is the truth. I would take the pictures, and I don't have a problem with it. But it was mostly joking around. We were sitting around. Kevin and I are friends, and I guess he gets all these emails from gay guys who are attracted to him. So I'm like, dude, there's an easy way to make money. Take some gay photos, put them up on the web, charge people $15 a month, and let's start making some cash. And then that gets turned into.
So that was it. I mean, the let's part makes it sound like you were offering to do this.
No, I said I'll take the pictures. I don't care. I really don't. I know Artie says I'm trying to prove how liberal I am or something, but I don't know. I don't see what the big deal is.
I actually know what's going on here for real. Jason get married in a couple months, and he's been telling me that the economy's really bad, that gas is a lot of money, that his fiance is like barely breaking even driving to work, and he said he might even go out and work an extra job just to make some money for the wedding. So I understand if he could talk Kevin into being a little gay, he could make some extra money for the wedding.
All that is true. Although I wasn't necessarily trying to. It wasn't like I came up with some brilliant idea and ran to Kevin with it. It was all just like.
Well, was this based on Was this based on Will the Farter's business model?
Well, that's what I kept using as an example. I'm like, dude, listen, if Will could get $3,000 a month for farting in his underwear on the internet, you could be fucking raking it in. I'm like, let's go, let's do this.
Now, Kevin, you thought Jason was joking, right? Kevin Kraft now joining
At first, yeah, for about the first 15 minutes it was going on, I thought it was a joke.
And then at what point did it get really creepy?
It wasn't really all that creepy. It just got to the point where I was like, all right, well, I made my mind up a long time ago that I would never do gay porn.
But it's not gay porn. Let me ask you a question. If you were on vacation, in Morocco, and you were walking around in a Speedo, is that gay?
Yes.
Case closed.
All right. If you missed it, here's how everything went down on the show. Number 3, Teddy.
Dude, take some pictures, throw them up on the web, make some money off it if you're going to do it. And then he's like, ew, I'm not going to do that. And I said, I'll take your pictures. I don't care.
You want to take pictures of him jerking off?
I don't know. I didn't say jerking off. I didn't say that.
But naked?
Dude, they're blowing the story out of proportion.
You really want to be responsible for taking naked pictures of him and starting him in gay porn?
Wow.
No, do you really want anything to do with that? And why do you want to take gay pictures of him?
I don't want to. Forget it. This is ridiculous. No.
What it means ridiculous?
But you said exactly what Lisa said. You want to take.
Hey, I'm not denying the story.
Like if a guy said to me, "Hey, would you take naked pictures of me?" I go, "On what planet do you think I'm living?"
So was Artie the only one who had that type of reaction to what Jason was talking about? Because Artie seemed pretty skeeved by the whole thing.
Howard seemed pretty creeped out, too.
Howard
seemed pretty creeped out, although he was taking it more the angle of, why would I do that to Kevin? Where I wasn't telling Kevin he needs to have a life in gay porn. I would just made a suggestion for a money-making website.
See, I didn't think that Jason was suggesting gay porn. He just suggested tasteful pictures that would cater to the gay community.
Right.
There are lots of ways out there you can make extra money. I could go join the mafia. I could sell coke.
But gay guys love you. Right?
That's their problem.
Jason's still pitching here.
If you sell coke, how's Jason going to see you naked?
Benj, how did you take all
they're
this?
all giving Jason crap, but he's going to get some great gay sex. And I think that's his goal. No, I agree with Jason. I who gives a fuck? Except there's so many ways to make money, like Kevin was saying, and there's so many projects that you could get involved with.
You got see.
That's one of the built-in audience. It's already there.
There's a lot of things with built-in audience.
But
sorry, go ahead.
Like what?
Naked girls.
But they don't know any.
Well, that market's saturated.
I'm perfectly happy making my 100 pesos a week here at Sirius.
Again, this wasn't
show my penis.
This wasn't some giant business meeting Kevin and I had. I didn't come up with an idea and run to him with a proposal.
I don't even know how it came up.
Yeah, it just came up. I know exactly how it came up. We're sitting around the office with a bunch of guys, and you came in and said, "Oh my God, I just got another gay guy starts emailing me. He wants pictures of me."
Hey,
That's how
were
it
you
started.
and Kevin the only ones involved in this discussion?
Well, we're the only two having the discussion, but we were in the office with Jim and Brad.
Jay, since you're up for the idea, what about if gay guys who listen to the show want to be photographed erotically by you?
Would I get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do erotic poses and you'll photo them.
Define erotic.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want
erotic photography, like them playing with themselves, that kind of thing.
I wouldn't do gay sex. I wouldn't
just
do
solo shots.
Ass spread open, but if it's a dude standing there naked.
So there, you got a business. You don't need Kevin.
I'm not looking for a business.
Wait,
Jason the gay photographer?
Jim McClure here trying to... I know what's coming. Go ahead, Jim.
No, there's a couple of things. One, when we were in the office, you didn't seem really against anything. You were trying to convince Kevin that pretty much anything he did was stuff that he might do in his own... Like, if he jerks off, he's... sure, you jerk off all the time. What's the deal with somebody watching you? You're not seeing them. The second part was we mentioned somebody else who we thought might have some experience kind of doing this, who used to work with us.
Well, who's that?
I don't know. As soon as his name came up, Jason's like, dude, we don't need anybody else involved in this. We can just do this. No need for outsiders in this. It's just us, man.
True, Jace?
Why split the profits with somebody else?
I agree.
Alan.
Simon and Garfunkel did an extra guitar player.
So, Jason and Kevin, what's the plan moving forward? Is this brought a halt to this business idea? Or
Well, Kevin put a halt to the business idea during the first conversation, so it wasn't going to move any further. So it's dead.
By the way, I already got emails and all these MySpace messages from people trying to convince me to do the gay porn.
Oh, you're leaving money on the table, my friend.
I'll happily leave that on the table. And my penis inside my pants.
You know, it's a funny thing because you know who sort of went through this on a weird level was KC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Casey did that photo shoot with with the weird German photographer.
Right.
But Casey did this cheesecake shot of him, with no shirt on, and then it was just like he started getting lots of letters from dudes in prison.
Well, hold on a second. We're all going under the assumption that Casey didn't know that was a gay photographer.
Well, that's the whole point. The point is, I think that sometimes people tell themselves things in order to make money,
right?
And say, I didn't know that guy was gay. But
Casey went to go get a glamour shirt and ended with his shirt off, a glamour shot, and ended up with his shirt off and his pants unbuttoned.
And his pubic hair hanging out. That was the worst. The pubic hair was the worst.
I didn't know what happened.
So, Jason, taking that picture was gay.
What?
You were just saying he didn't know that was going to be a gay picture, but taking pictures of Kevin...
No, listen, it would have been...
And even saying, Kevin, I got the camera in the back. I got the nice camera, and you got the
Jim,
video
come
camera.
on. Most of that was joking around. Shut the fuck up. You're taking a
not for
conversation.
nothing. In Jason's defense, hold on, Jason, in your defense, I mean, he's been taking gay pictures for the past 2 years on the show.
Well, that's what I said.
I say get paid for it.
Everyone's like, well, how could you take a picture of a naked guy? And I'm just like, dude, half my pictures I have are of naked guys.
Exactly. Sal, if you knew that you could sell pictures, say Jason took a picture of you with your pants out, you had your tool in your hand, and you could sell it to the gay community to make extra money. Would you do that?
I'd put on a pair of goggles and gloves and start shooting.
No, really. Would you do that?
It would be uncomfortable. I don't think I could stay in a room and watch a guy jack himself off. That would... No.
No, I mean the pictures of you doing that.
Oh, no, I couldn't. No, definitely not.
You just gave 3 answers to the same question.
I couldn't be on either end of the camera. I don't even know the question. I really don't. I have no idea what he just asked me.
He can't even plug in the camera. He's so upset by it.
I'm still thinking about that little prick that ripped me off from those songs. I mean, my head's spinning. What was the question again? Would I be the jerky or the photographer?
Would you be the guy who let Jason take pictures of you with your tool in your hand if you knew you could sell them online to gay guys?
No, I wouldn't.
Thank you, Sal.
Look at the stuff.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Ralph Sorella, you're back on the wrap-up show.
Hey now.
Hi, Ralph.
Hey, I don't think I don't have a problem with Jason taking pictures. I don't think that makes him gay or anything like that. And he's just looking for a way to make money. But Jason's really a horrible photographer. Like, he doesn't take good pictures. Why would you want some guy taking bad pictures of you?
See, this is a bone of contention, too, because what happens is Jason takes pictures and puts them up on the website, and then Ralph usually calls in to say what horrible pictures they are.
Yeah.
Well, it's great that everyone's cutting on Jason, and Ralph found a unique way to cut on him.
Right.
You're
not gay, you're just bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, Jason's not there to be a photographer, so, it's not an insult to him and his talent. That's not where his talent lies.
Have you ever talked to him about how to be better at it?
Wait, Ralph, so saying Jason takes shitty pictures isn't an insult because that's not his day job? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, he's not a photographer.
First of all, saying I take shitty pictures.
He doesn't have a good eye. He doesn't have a good eye for taking pictures. I mean, like,
I take horrible pictures. Like, every picture on the website, they're horrible. Artie's next book cover is going to be a my pictures. You
calm
bastard.
down, Jason. Because it's supposed to be funny and stupid and not look good. If it was supposed to look good, then he would have a hire professional photographer.
Get another job. We don't do good enough.
Jason takes 20 pictures of a hot chick, and sometimes I go over Howard's house, and when I'm not goofing on Gary, I'll say, "Hey, who was that chicken this morning?" And Howard goes, "Oh yeah, she was kind of hot. Let me show you some pictures." And he opens up an email, and it's got 20 pictures, and he's like, "I don't know, man. She looked good in the studio."
Jace, do you take offense to this?
No, not really. I don't care. I mean, listen, A, he's right. I'm not a photographer. I never went to photography school or had class or anything in it. B, I have about a minute and a half to take pictures in the studio after a chick's been in there. And C, I do think a lot of the pictures I take end up being really good.
Well, if you take
he's much better with Dick.
If you take 50 pictures, one might be good. But yeah, you should.
Yeah, well, that's called being a photojournalist, Ralph, and that's how I classify myself.
But Ralph, can you give Jason any advice on how? Like, have you ever spoken to him off the air?
I have. I spent the afternoon with him one day, tried to show him how to take better pictures of Howard and stuff. So
we set up Howard's shot, and now that's where I take pictures of Howard.
And now what?
I took your advice. It was good advice.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying you don't take advice. I'm just saying you're not. I don't think this is your thing.
No, well, I'm not going to open up a photography school after I'm done here. No.
You should be the website administrator and just get some photographer that takes the gay pictures of him. Kevin, why won't you do that?
What? Oh, Kevin.
What, you mean pose naked?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to disappoint my family that much.
Hey, it's John Hine, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, Ganji stopped by to attempt to explain the code of men, and frankly, none of us understand what the hell he's saying.
Matt in Long Island, you're on the wrap-up show.
Did you say Matt?
Yes, I did.
I wanted to talk about Ganji, that fucking loser.
Okay, what about him?
What's this man rule? How come I never heard about this rule?
The Code of Men?
Yeah, I mean, what is that gay shit?
Well, which Code of Men, Ganji's or Howard's?
Ganji. I mean, is he serious?
Had you guys heard that?
Well, what was-
Ganji's Code of Men?
What was his
speech?
code?
Something like, I don't know, 6 months he has to try and to get this girl to date him, and if she don't like him, then Audie's allowed to try.
Yeah, Ganji likened it to a slow burn, I believe he said.
See, the problem is there's a Code of Men, but there's no universal Code of Men. So every guy has their own code, and that's a problem because they're not. They're
not the code.
What's that?
That's not the code, though. I gotta say.
I mean, the only
code is like you don't fuck some guy's wife.
Exactly.
So,
The code I know is you don't fuck a guy's wife. Even if a guy breaks up with a girl, you still don't date her if she's your friend. 2 guys never share an umbrella. Like, that's the Code of Men.
I thought it was like, if I can get laid, I'm doing it.
But really, see,
I mean, Audie goes and he brings this girl to Letterman, and that's a big thing. He could have brought 50 other girls, and he brings her, and fucking Ganji, he's a cockblock.
Well, but Ganji could make the argument. You're right. He could have brought 50 girls. Why did it have to be that one?
And Matt, you could
Right.
talk to the man himself right now. Ganj, a lot of people are getting on you for your Code of Men and saying it's bullshit.
Why is it bullshit, Matt?
Because who are you to her? You're nobody to her. So what do you mark your territory? I mean,
No, I was nobody to her,
He
but
pissed all over her.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was nobody to her, but I was putting the moves on first. So listen.
What moves did you put on?
No, hey, listen, Matt. So this is how the scenario works out, right? You like a girl. You're trying to get something going, and you're.
Who, by the way, is living with a boyfriend. We
Doesn't
can't
matter.
forget
No, doesn't
that.
matter. Just listen to the scenario. You like a girl. Who cares if she has a boy? So you're
Oh,
saying.
God.
So you're saying. You like a girl, whether or not she has a boyfriend, and your buddy comes in and goes, "Hey, I'm going to take her out. I have more money than you. I'm just going to take her out." You're cool with that?
In the situation that you're in right now, yes.
Why? What
The
situation
simple
am I
fact that
in?
she's- You are nothing to. So you like her, so that means every girl
So
that you
put
like
yourself in the
off
same-
limits to any other guy.
So put yourself in the same situation. You like a girl, and one of your buddies comes in and swoops her and tries to swoop her up. You cool?
You know what?
You good with that? You good with your friend?
Isn't that sort of what you were doing to this girl's
Are you
boyfriend?
Are you good? Are you good? It doesn't matter about the boyfriend. I don't know. I'm not friends with the boyfriend.
But don't you agree that the
matter.
rules are a little bit different here because it's an on-air thing?
No, they shouldn't be. I mean, it shouldn't be. It's the same thing, dude. If anyone in this room who I would consider a friend told me in any way, shape, or form they were interested in a girl, I don't care if she came over to me and said, "I hate Gary. He's the ugliest guy in the world. I love you." I wouldn't give a shit because you're my friend.
Stop talking about Mary.
No, but yeah, but you know what I mean. Like my loyalty is to my friend, and there'll always be another girl. I'm not going to fuck over my friend. But to hook up and
I get what you're saying, but don't you think like nobody knew that you had this attitude before it all unfolded on the air?
Yeah, but
and they're doing a bit of, like if Artie would have known this whole thing off the air, it probably would have never went down the way it went.
definitely wouldn't have. Already said
But what
that,
I'm
yeah.
saying is the time span that it all happened was 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So from the time,
But it all
they
happened.
found
It all
out-
happened on the air.
Absolutely.
That's why I think it's a
Right.
little bit different.
But
And every
Go ahead, Ben.
Sorry, every Howard TV chick that comes in, you're gonna have chance to lay claim to first.
I guess maybe, yeah. I don't know. No, because I don't deal with every single one of them.
Can
no.
you lay claim to more than one girl at a time?
Yeah, is it like Disney? Can you only do the fast pass for one ride, and then you have to
Yeah.
go on it before you can do fast pass again?
Where does that fit in the code, Ganj?
I wouldn't lay claim to more than one girl at a time.
Do you? But I mean, do you currently have a claim to anyone?
No.
You really
Currently,
don't?
No claims to anyone. No.
But what about the time that passes? Like, how much time needs to pass before this girl becomes free game anymore? Like, you say you like her.
Free game to anybody in the world, or free game to my buddies?
Either or.
Free game to my buddies is, hey, you come, you go. All right, I've already established that I liked her. Gary comes over to me and says, hey, dude, I really like her. Can I try? And then it's fine because we had a conversation.
But how much time do you think is appropriate to pass before Gary has that conversation with you?
A little time, just a little time. I don't know what that is. A little time. And Howard
Until
keeps
Ganji's
making
over
it.
it.
And Howard keeps making
Ganji
it like
finds
it's
somebody
6
else.
months. It was no way in shape or form 6 months. It's at best 2 months. at best, which is so bad, but it's not as bad as 6.
Do you still have claim to this chick?
No, I have no claim.
So
My
anyone
boyfriend
here,
has claim
like,
to
you
her.
wouldn't mind if anyone here really went for her?
No, Benji, you can go for her.
I got a question.
What
for
about
you.
your ex-girlfriend?
That I have claim for, and I'd have a big issue.
How much
with.
time? That's
I'd
you
have
guys were together so long that there's no the time.
I'd have a big issue forever.
Chris in Long Island, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning, guys. You guys are making it like too complex. Like Ganji's argument is terrible. That's what you do in 5th grade. Oh, she's mine. I like her. Like you just can't do that. This is so stupid.
All right, so simplify it for us, Chris.
Well, I don't know. Like what happened now? Like Artie just took her out. Went to Letterman. Like Ganji, who are you? You're fat. You're ugly.
What does that have to do with anything? So was Artie.
A lot.
Okay, what is your point there? That was the stupidest point ever.
Well, shut up. You're making it complex. Like you guys are making all these like different analogies or whatever.
No, we're asking Ganji what the rules are. The Ganji's throwing it back at you and saying, "Well, what is the rule? What's the code?"
Yeah,
So you're saying Ganji?
It varies. Like it's survival of the fittest. Like you can't just.
So Ganji has no right to be pissed off at Artie. Or,
No, not at all.
All right, so let me see your girlfriend. Maybe I'll steal her from you.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. What's his name?
All right, thank you, Chris. Let's go to Jay in Michigan. Jay, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, Gans, man, what a pussy you are, dude. You should have shot your move on this chick a long time ago.
I agree with you.
You know, what's the deal? I mean, you knew she had a boyfriend. I mean, you should have just got her to give it up. If she wasn't going to give it up, then leave her alone.
Well, I think going into it, none of us had a chance personally. So I think, you
can't be mad at
knowing
Artie.
that,
You know, she's free game. She's fair game for everyone.
Hey, Ganj, if the girl makes it clear to you that you don't have a shot,
yeah, then
the
yeah.
other guy should be allowed to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Because you did that to me once, but
I did.
Yeah.
What I do?
What happened? Do tell.
What did I do?
There was a girl.
Yeah.
That Benji
There's
liked.
been lots of girls I like that
Benji liked.
Yeah.
So
And then Ganji went after-
Ganji was aware that you liked them.
Yes.
And Ganji went after
I-
them anyway.
Yes.
No, because that was.
Uh-oh.
I know the person. I know what you're talking about, and we both started that around the same time. I mean, exactly the same time.
Okay.
You know.
So Benji,
But you wouldn't say you liked the person ever.
But everybody knew he did.
Yeah, but it was like, no, she's just a friend. No, she's just a friend. So in that case, if you've never said you
It's
liked
Doug's
them,
wife, so everyone.
But Ganj, did you know that Benji was sort of?
I would ask.
Forget
and
they didn't say it because
I would
Gary said
always-
everyone kind of
I would
understood
always
it.
ask, and he would always say, "No, we're just friends."
I don't believe that.
So no, absolutely. You said it for years and years and years. Till just recently are you finally admitting that you liked her? For years you said no, you never did. So I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, if he said at any point yes, then I would have backed off totally.
He didn't get anywhere with her. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't get anywhere.
That's the part I wanted to hear.
He ended up in bed with her. That's it, and they cuddled, and that was it.
Hey, it's Sal, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, I came in here to explain my love of pee videos. And, of course, once again, nobody agreed with me, so make up your own mind. Check it out.
Congratulations on your song today. That went over very well.
Thank you.
And then you went in and talked about how you love when women get pissed on.
Well, you know, we all have our things.
You like the whole degradation thing, though, right? I mean,
it's hard to explain. I like that. I love that a woman would be willing to submit herself to that because, to me, that's a girl who is the dirtiest, filthiest pig you can find, and
right,
that's
a girl who likes to be degraded.
Yeah, a girl who likes it.
But,
You know,
Sal, I think he's making a point. It's not that she's willing to go that far if it pleases Sal. That's
right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
It's like a girl is willing to go to that level. Is she really that crazy and psychotic and horny, or is she doing it simply for the pleasure of her partner?
So which one turns you on?
Both.
and let me ask you a question. If you were single and you had a girl and she said, please piss on me and stick my head in the toilet, that would turn you on, but is that somebody that you want to bring home?
Or would you rather just watch?
I'm a spectator. You know, to me, it's a spectator sport.
See,
I can't. To me, if I had to pee on somebody, it takes too much work. You know, you got to get them in the tub. You got to make sure it doesn't smell when she's done. And then you don't know, I'm not going to kiss her after I peed in her face, and I'm not going to want to touch her hair or have her lay down on my bed, wake up with yellow streaks all over my pillowcases. So
very well thought out, by the way, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I remember, like, for me, you really hit the creep factor about 3 months ago, like well into the red, when you told me about your favorite porn clip of all time, which is that guy Rocco, who, what's Rocco's last name again?
Safridi.
Rocco Safridi. So he does these movies where he smacks girls around anyway, which is really creepy to start with.
Yeah, I don't like the smacking.
But the one that he's talking about is Rocco's doing his girl from behind, and he just picks her up and runs into the bathroom, and while he's still having sex with her, he starts sticking her head in the toilet.
It's great because his dick is still wedged into her twat, and he manages to pick her up and run with her like a football.
This is Savannah Rocco, right? That
Yeah.
And
But I remember, like, I watched the clip and I go, "Wow!" I guess it's almost like when people say that they're into like rubber and bondage and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I watch those clips and I go, I don't know, just I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get where the turn on was for a girl to have her head jammed in a toilet.
Me neither until I saw it. I swear. But I'm the guy watching. How about the girls actually doing it? You know what I mean? That's a lot worse than the person watching.
Don't deflect. She got paid.
That's true.
Yeah.
John in Michigan, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Sal, what's up, man?
Hey, baby.
Hey, if you and your wife actually got divorced, and you're talking about all this stuff about how you like to watch videos about girls getting pissed on and all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
if you and your wife actually got divorced, would you actually want to date a girl like that, dude?
No, but I wouldn't mind. Like I said, it's just convenient and simple to watch it on video. You know what I mean?
Sal just sort of answered that, I think, too.
Yeah. I mean, if you're watching the Hulk, you don't want to be actually on it. You don't want it to be a live event. You don't want to be on that street when he's smashing cars and flinging them at buildings, as exciting as that might seem. It's just much more convenient to watch it and enjoy it from an entertainer's perspective.
Do you guys really
hold on. The girl that getting pissed on, she's an entertainer?
She entertains me. It's adult entertainment.
Do you guys really think it's that big of a deal?
No, they're making that.
No, it's gross.
I went to a bar with 6 guys a few weeks ago. Irish Times, great place out in Holbrook. And I'm hanging out with 6 guys, and they were telling me how they were talking about pee videos, how they jack off to pee videos. And one dude goes, "That's disgusting." And all 6 guys looked at him like he was a homo. It's almost like they outed him from the group because one dude thought jerking off to pee videos was wrong.
So based on your 6 guys at the Irish pub in Holbrook,
Irish Times,
whatever it is, you've now decided that's your straw poll. That because I heard you say today that the peeing thing is very big with guys now.
It is from at least the people I meet.
Yeah, the 5 guys you met at this pub.
So that's where statistically speaking comes from? That's your sample size?
No, I go to moviemonster.com, and I've noticed that the piss videos have increased tremendously. The volume.
Probably based on your viewing.
Maybe, I don't know, but
pee is what shit was in the 90s.
The catalog of pee has gone up tremendously on that website. So I'm assuming it's a big market.
Listen, if you absolutely love a girl, and she's like if your wife said to you, "Listen, I've always been embarrassed to tell you, but it turns me on to be peed on."
Right.
Would it really freak you out that much?
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to think that I knew the person that I married didn't like to be peed on.
And would that end it?
No, I'm just not going to pee on her.
Well, Gary, you like teen anal. But you do. I mean, I'd rather have a 40-year-old woman pee on a 40-year-old woman rather than jacking off to somebody who was where it's borderline pedophilia.
It's not borderline. First of all,
teen anal. What? 13?
No.
14?
You know what the girls are in those videos? They're 30-year-old girls wearing plaid skirts.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're I'm watching underage porn. That's
I don't know, but Gary, but that's what you're imagining. You're imagining teens.
I don't know that I'm imagining 12-year-olds or 13-year-olds. Like
well, 13, that
teens
defines,
could be 19.
I know, but I'm saying, okay, but that's your fetish, and I respect that.
It's not my big fetish, by the way.
Teen anal.
I said I joked around that I watched it a couple of times. It's not what I live for.
I don't live for pee videos
Oh,
either.
yes, you do.
No, they're just part of my repertoire.
Listen, I don't go to like some teen something website, but you live on pissmops.com, which is a peeing website.
All right, let's talk to Tom in Tempe. Hey, Tom.
I don't get it.
Hey, guys. Sal is like a car wreck. You know, you don't want to really see it or hear it, but you got to look at it. You're a mess, dude. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
I don't get it. If I go to a comedy show this weekend, I'll have 17 guys at the bar saying how much they love pee videos. It's just something. Maybe I'm stupid, Maybe I'm the
Well,
only,
yeah.
maybe I'm the only idiot that's saying this on the air, and every guy right now driving his car is saying, "Sure, I've jerked off to a pee video here or there," and I'm completely right. And I'm only guilty of being honest.
Do you believe that? Do you think everyone driving around is saying, "Yeah"? Of
Not
course.
everyone, but I'm saying that.
What percentage would you say?
1.
All right, let me ask you, Tom from Tempe.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a pee video and enjoyed it?
I've never actually seen a pee video, no.
All right. I'm saying he's lying, and I'm saying 85% of the men who listen to the show probably have done it.
What, have watched it and enjoy it?
Maybe not. I would say 85% have seen a pee video. I would say 65% have probably masturbated to one.
You totally just made that number while we were talking. You remind me like in the Manchurian Candidate. 57 people are in the Communist Party. You just make shit up as you go along.
It's my assumption. I'm not making it up. I'm guesstimating. Guesstimation.
Even when you're doing the whole rap about being at the comedy club and 17 guys are coming to talk to you about it, crunch the numbers. How many people do you think are in the club? 200? 250? So if the 250 in the club, 17 came up to you, what's the percentage of that?
It's almost
okay,
10%.
It's the only 17 that are willing to talk to me.
No. And how many of them you think are coming to talk to you to make it sound like they, you know?
Well, it's their cup of tea. If you're listening to the Howard Stern show, you don't care. You're not necessarily. You don't give a shit about what Judd Apatow is doing, or that's a very, very bad example. I'm saying if you're listening to the Howard Stern show, you don't necessarily care about Paris Hilton or these. Awful things that you have to talk about. It
has nothing to do with this.
Are you assuming? Are you assuming that, or are you making that up?
No. I'm saying that it's more the nature of Howard Stern. Howard Stern's been playing piss videos for years over the air. The German
most of them are contributed by you.
The gag factor videos. The pussy fart videos. It's entertaining, and I think that's what the fans like to a certain degree. So we have a common bond when I go to the shows.
Again, I think that there's no way to know what the number of people who are into urinating videos are. I think that you're making up a number. And I also think if somebody comes to you and said, I heard that clip on the show, it made me laugh, doesn't mean that they're sexually aroused by it.
And I agree.
Is Richard into piss videos?
He's seen some, but he doesn't get off on it. But he would be the 85% that is viewed. He's not the 65% that have enjoyed themselves.
Right.
John, in your 80 BJs, no chick ever asked you to pee on her?
No, and it wasn't 80.
I've never even been close to the whole peeing thing. I don't think I've ever known somebody that wanted it done, and I don't think I've ever wanted to do it.
Look to your left.
Or look on Greg's list.
Greg's list?
Craig's list.
What's up, guys? It's Teddy on Thursday's wrap-up show. The slumbering giant that is Artie Lang was arisen. We woke him up to discuss his little nap during the Carly Simon interview that he missed. So check it out.
And a gentleman who just recently awoke and taped something for Channel 9 now joins us, the great Artie Lang. Are you well rested, Artie?
Yeah, God, I wish you guys would have woke me up. I woke up and I was crazed. I was like, whoa, who won the gossip game? What was the fake story?
Artie, how long do you think you could have gone if someone didn't get you up?
Oh my!
Were you like out?
I'm gonna go home now and sleep till I fly to Dallas tomorrow at noon.
But were you out when they woke you up?
I was out.
And you didn't hear anybody stirring around outside or anything? Because people were like going in and out. And
no, after a few minutes, I was gone. That's a comfortable leather chair in there.
Yeah, that's where I usually sleep when I'm taking a nap during the day.
Yeah, but what's the germ?
I don't know.
Count on that thing. I mean,
I got to tell you, you know what? All jokes aside, rare instances I need to take a nap when I have to do something in the city. Maybe I sleep in there like once every 4 months.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my own sheets and my own pillow.
Yeah,
I'll put them in my closet.
I think I'm going to have to carry full sheets and pillow for this. The next time I do this bit.
Now, you kicked Kathy Griffin out of there, right? Is that what happened?
That was so much fun.
She was mad at me, too.
Oh,
she goes, are you throwing me out? I want to watch Carly Simon. And I said, I've got a monitor in my office. She goes, yeah, and I got a fucking Emmy.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, tell her this, to buy a radio and listen to the replay this afternoon.
Well, she goes to me, is Artie okay? I'm like, yeah, he's tired. No, is he okay? I'm like, he's fine. He's just a little bit tired today.
John, don't lie to Kathy Griffin for me.
Hey, anything for you, Artie. You know that.
No, that was funny because I was just like, get out.
You weren't going to crash on the floor when Carly Simon came in? You thought that might be a bit distracting?
That would have been hilarious. You see, the best part about this is how much Howard genuinely laughs at the fact of how big of a mess I am. He was laughing so hard when that song, as I was walking out, first of all, that song kills me. My favorite Artie song is His name is Artie. That was playing because it just makes me seem like such a buffoon. And I heard that playing on the air, and that was making me laugh. And like Howard's face was red with laughter, you know. But listen. I really needed sleep. What was I going to do? He was trying to decide between how funny it would be for me to be laying there and would it insult Carly Simon.
And you know what?
He was playing that in his head, and I think he figured out to get her mad.
And you haven't heard, have you heard anything about the Carly interview?
No.
It ended up being unbelievable. If you were in there, it probably would have wrecked what was a really amazing interview.
Sorry, Gary.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying he made the right call. I'm saying he made the right call. But you haven't heard anything about the interview?
What have I wrecked in the past?
No. Artie, I didn't mean to insult you there.
The Luke Wilson interview with.
You mean if he was sleeping, she wouldn't have opened it up as much?
Yeah, Gary, you don't see how it's insulting saying if Artie was in there, the interview wouldn't have been that great.
No, not if you were in there. If you were in there sleeping.
Oh, well,
that's what I meant. If you were. Oh, I'm sorry. I've said if you were laying on the.
I'm kidding. All right.
If you were laying down there sleeping, she wouldn't have opened up.
What did she say?
Well, her and James Taylor have not spoken to each other in 26 years.
Wow.
And it's really uncomfortable, and she really wanted to talk about it. And then Ben, her son, who was in the band, they talked about how weird it is for them, and they were both talking to Howard. They wouldn't talk to each other, but they were talking to each other through Howard.
Wait, so they're not? They have issues too? Her and the kid?
Carly and Ben talk to each other, but she doesn't know how to get a hold of James. She has no way to get a hold of him, and she thinks it's weird. She wants to communicate with James, but he won't talk to her. But she'll never talk to Ben about it.
26 years.
26 years,
and he has a regular relationship with the both of them, the kid?
That's right.
Carly talked about going to their daughter's wedding, and since it was James Taylor's house, she had to use the porta potty. Like, she couldn't get anywhere near him or the kids. I mean, it's bad.
Who's the Vane song about? Did you get that?
She told Howard.
She did?
She did. She told Howard he won't tell anybody, but we'll try to get it out of him.
Oh, he's going to tell Robin in a week, apparently.
Yeah.
As long as she agrees not to tell Florentine.
Wow.
Yeah, because then Florentine could tell us on the USO tour.
Why do I hate that I care about it?
Ryan in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Ryan.
What's up, Artie?
Hey, man.
Hey, real quick, you noticed that when Artie was falling asleep, like, it seemed like Robin, like, jumped right on it and called him out that he was sleeping on the past few days. And I bet you if Robin had her choice, that Artie might not even be on the show. Like, it seems like she's very annoyed about that. What do you think?
Robin, I think it's interesting, the dynamic between me and Robin. Robin gets annoyed with me sometimes. I don't think because she doesn't like me. I think because she's just annoyed that, I treat myself so badly, maybe. I don't know. And
Right.
she's, the healthiest person in the world now.
Like, you guys are polar opposites? I mean...
Well, yeah, but yeah, I noticed that too, man. I mean, that you're right. It was like, oh my God, it's been every day now. It's like a teacher yelling at you. Yeah, he fell asleep yesterday, and this is ridiculous. So,
well, keep sleeping, Artie. I think it's hilarious. It's great.
Well, look, this is a character I pitched years ago. They wouldn't let me do it.
Eric in Mount Vernon, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Eric.
I just wanted to grill Artie a little bit. I'm like that crazy bitch that was on earlier. I'm also a recovering addict. I wanted to see, maybe you guys, I know you got some cameras in there. I've never seen Howard 100, but maybe you could get like a zoom in close up on Artie's pupils, or if he's bringing in like some chocolate bars, or if he's drooling on himself, nodding out.
Yeah, that'll be great. Can we do that?
Wearing long sleeves. I mean, give him some sort of check over. Because it's like, it would be nice if the sleeping thing was preconceived, then it'd feel like at least we're being entertained because Artie's an entertainer. But I sort of feel like, maybe I'm being entertained because Artie's secretly, shooting the smack.
Artie, anything you'd like to tell Eric from Mount Vernon?
As long as you're entertained, dude. I mean, what does it matter? You're laughing at me or with me? I agree I'm not the healthiest guy right now. I could use a few sit-ups. I don't know. I should join some sort of gym. But right now, I'm just having fun, man. Just drinking beers, smoking weed, snorting H. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eating eating cheeseburgers.
So you're prepared for your big overseas trip?
Yeah, man. What? I'm starting to get worried about that. By the way, I don't think I'm going to make it. My will is in order. Teddy's getting nothing.
Mr. Mad Dog Russo. Mad Dog Sports Channel begins shortly. The Mad Dog Unleashed program begins on Monday, the 15th of September. Here today to introduce myself to the legendary Mr. Stern. So Howard had me on will have me on here for a little while. I'll give him a little biography of Christopher Mad Dog Russo, and probably, and maybe a little rundown on sports. And Howard's not that wrapped up on, Bengals Chargers to speak, I guarantee you. So have some fun with that and do a good show and get everybody wrapped up in the Mad Dog channel.
Chris Russo is here. He is known as Mad Dog. He's a broadcaster in the New York area for over, I don't know, maybe 15 years or something. I don't even know.
More like 18.
18 years.
Yeah.
And now he just signed with Sirius Satellite Radio for what they say is $3 million a year. There's Chris. Hey, Chris, welcome to the show.
How are you, pal?
How are you?
Honey, Howard, how are you, buddy?
How are you, man? Congratulations.
Thank you, Howard.
That's him.
It's a man right here.
There's the Mad Dog.
Rabbit here, yeah, right there. I got little muscles and everything else. I'm all set.
We were concerned about you. I saw you for the first time the other day in the hall when you were having your illustrious press conference.
I'm thinking he was wearing makeup.
I said you're very tan.
I was. Well,
I'm worried about you.
I was at the Jersey Shore in that stretch, so I got little kids on the beach all day. Italian, the whole bit.
That was a real tan.
Real tan.
Are you the kind of guy that lays on the beach and says, "Yeah, I'd like to get a tan," or is it you're active on the beach?
No. I get bored, but I tan well, but I can't lay on the beach hour upon hour.
Is it hard for you?
Drives me crazy.
You're a man's man. You like sports.
Love sports.
You love sports. That's your life. But to sit there and take care of these little kids and run around on the beach.
Very difficult. And I am not a good swimmer.
How long can you last watching children?
How about 20 minutes?
Is that right?
No, I'm tough with the kid. And I have 9 and under.
Ooh.
4, 9, and under.
4?
9 and under.
Oh,
9, 7, 6, and 3. 3 little boys.
In a way, what you do for a living, it's almost like being an eternal child. I mean, isn't it weird that you are a grown man with a family, and this shit still matters to you so much?
It matters.
As opposed to the mature stuff we do here.
No, but wait a
As
second.
opposed to Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelor.
Well, that's serious business. That's the business of television. Sports, in a way, it's so childlike. To maintain that childlike...
That passion.
You've got to have
look at you.
passion.
You have the passion for radio.
Yes.
I heard you this morning coming in.
Absolutely.
You're a radio guy. You
I'm
can
a
have this
radio
beautiful
guy.
studio. You can do all your things that you do.
Right.
But the core of you is the radio.
Right.
The core of me is sports.
Sports. So, when you were a kid, did you imagine yourself being a sports commentator?
Yeah, Marv Albert was my hero.
Was your hero?
So I thought that I would be a play-by-play guy.
Right.
Where I would announce particular teams' games.
That's really your dream.
That's what I wanted to do. So the first job I ever got, Jacksonville, Florida, in 1983 for the Jacksonville Double-A baseball Suns.
Right.
And I went down there in February of 83, and I sold advertising time for the Suns. Billboard advertising and the outfield, season tickets, all those things that you could think a minor league ball club would sell, I sold for them.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to Rollins College in Winter Park, but I didn't go for this, though.
You were not a communications
History
major.
and communications.
Okay, so you wanted to be a broadcaster.
I wanted to be a
That was your
broadcaster.
But
dream.
you wound up in sales.
So in Jackson, but I wound up with sales in February. They said, if you can sell, we will put you as the play-by-play guy of the team. I get there in February, and in 6 weeks, now I'm 22 years old, in Jacksonville, Florida. They hate the Yankees in Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
That's Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm going out there knocking on doors trying to sell advertising for the Double-A team. I'm just out of college, 8 months out of college,
Right.
and after 6 weeks, they fired me.
Well, let me understand something.
And then I ended up at a radio station after
You
that.
get out of college,
right?
And you land a job in sales, in radio sales.
All commission. It took me 8 months to get it, but yes.
Right. Was your father upset with you? Did he want you to be in the jewelry business?
Absolutely. Good question.
Because
Absolutely.
because a guy growing up in Syosset with a father in the jewelry business, it's almost determined. It's predestined
Absolutely
that
right.
you would become a jeweler.
Good point.
Did you work there all the time?
I did in the summer times.
You did.
But my father and I would always clash, take the training together. We'd always fight. He's
It
a
was
Yankees.
horrible.
I couldn't. I just did not want to do
Did your father
that.
think you were a nudnik, that you were a bit of a schmo?
He thought you'd be crazy. You're never going to get a job. How
Did
you
he
gonna...
tell you that?
Yes, he did.
He sat you down and said, "Listen, I'm worried about you. You want a good bit living, be in the jewelry business. This is a schmuck's move to be broadcasting. You got no talent."
He didn't go that far, but he would. My father's the sort of guy, still alive, 77 years of age, that he wants to be the doer. Let me make this call for you. Let me go talk to this guy. And he didn't know anybody in the broadcasting business. Right. But some guy who had a cousin who worked at a radio station in Des Moines, Iowa, he tracked down and he made me the call.
He loved you.
He's trying to help his son.
Trying to help
his only
son
child, only son,
But probably privately he worried because
very much so.
Because you don't sound like a typical announcer with the deep voice,
Right, exactly.
and you got the accent and all of that.
But
So
I knew I could do it, though. I knew I could do it.
But you believed in yourself.
I did. No, I didn't think I was going to be a talk show host.
Right.
And that's where the baseball came in because I got the job. I took the job thinking I could be a baseball play-by-play guy.
And what happened there? Did it
They
work out?
fired me after 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
$1,800 worth of,
Why? Because you were terrible at it?
They didn't think, I think the season was coming close. They didn't want me on their air, so they got rid of me. But I sold 18. I didn't have a contract.
Were you too controversial?
No, I wasn't even on the radio yet. I was
Right.
just selling advertising.
Oh.
And then I ended up, from there, working for a dawn to dusk station.
But wait a second, hold it. If those guys never heard you on the air,
Right.
you hadn't even had a chance to get on the air, why would they fire you? Did you have a grating personality?
No,
Did
they
you not get
fired me
along?
because I think they wanted to use me to see how much I'd sell for them. And once I sold the 18, which I thought was a tremendous. Think about this for a second now. Young kid, Jacksonville, Florida, don't know anybody, and somehow in 5 weeks I sold $1,800 worth of advertising.
That sounds
for
good to me.
a Double-A baseball team. Nobody cares about the Suns.
And by the way, what did a minute of advertising cost on that station?
Well, no, it wasn't. This is season tickets, billboards,
billboards. Okay, all right.
I remember I hadn't sold anything in 13 days, and they bring me into the office on a Friday. Said, Chris, you're out. Goodbye. I said, you said 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It was 9 days. So you said 2 weeks, and 2 weeks is not up yet. That day at 3:00, I went to an Irish lawyer firm, and a guy bought 4 season tickets. And I came back at 5:00 in the afternoon. I said, "Here, you tell me you can't fire me now. Here's your ticket order for $500." And I had to keep me.
So your play-by-play job really had little to do with the talent. It had to do with whether or not you could sell.
Absolutely right.
Now, you say you went to Rollins College?
Well, yeah.
Where is that?
That's in Winter Park.
Is that like a rich kid's college? You bow your way
People
in?
think it is, yeah.
Were you a bad student?
I wasn't a great student, but Rollins is a pretty good school. 1,300 kids, so you get good little attention. Remember, I went to a boarding school, too, in upstate New York.
You were a rich kid. I guess your old man did okay.
I wasn't.
Boarding school. Who does that in Syosset?
Yeah,
Where
he
how
went
do
there.
you hold on to this accent? Going to
My mother's English.
What in the
And my
world
mother
is
is
going on?
and my mother's English.
Did your parents dislike you so much that they sent you off to boarding school?
I was only child. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, Howard.
But why send you away? Don't they?
Well,
want
my father went to this boarding school.
I see.
So I kind of went to the same boarding school he did, and I tell you the reason why you want to know why they sent me away?
Yeah. You were a pain in the
You were a
ass.
Giants fan. My kid was a Giant fan. I said, "You're going to fucking California to school."
In 8th grade, I went to St. Paul's in Garden City, Long Island.
Okay.
And that spring, I got a 50 on my Spanish exam.
Oh, forget it.
And my mother loves Spanish, bilingual, everything else. And she took it as an assault to her being that her little son got a 50 in a Spanish final. She got so mad at me, they said, "We got to get him out of here to have him do something." So I ended up at Darrell School.
Is this an all boys?
No, co-ed, 135
Co-ed.
kids.
Did you have your first sexual experience at that school? I would bet you did.
I knew that was coming.
Why not?
Can I lie, Robin? Can I lie?
Why would you lie about that?
No, I did not.
Were you sports guys generally get laid at an older age? They're more, you know what I mean? I'm going to guess.
My wife always tells me sports is my mistress.
Right, it's true. I would bet as a kid you were more interested in sports than girls.
Absolutely.
And then when girl fever hit, okay.
When did girl fever hit?
I'm going to tell you what. I say you were a virgin until you were 20.
Oh, dear.
Do I have to give you an answer on this?
Give me an answer. Give me a yes or no. Come on.
The answer is yes.
Really?
No.
I hate to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you.
You know how you are good at calling what's going to happen in sports?
Right.
I'm good at figuring out when people lose their virginity.
That's a good read.
I knew
so you were
sports
in
guys.
college.
Yeah, Rollins too. Rollins, Winter Park, Florida. And that's a very intimidating school.
Yeah.
A lot of pretty girls.
Was that the first girlfriend you ever had?
No, I had a couple girlfriends at Darrow, but
you couldn't close the
Rollins,
deal.
yeah, the first couple girlfriends. And I was an independent. I wasn't a fraternity guy.
Right.
So that also takes you out of the loop a little bit because it's a fraternity-oriented school.
That's in the middle of Orlando.
Are you like me?
6 miles away.
Are you like me? Do you wonder where that first girl is, and you want to say to her, "Hey, honey, you should have stuck with me," and you wanted to see your new $3 million a year contract? Come on, tell me. Did you call her or try to get in touch with her?
Howard can count money-wise too, right? Can he not?
Well, Howard, he knows she's in the same business as he is. It's Susan Waldman. Right?
That is fun. Oh, that's good funny like that, baby.
Now, wait a second. I want to know something.
That's funny.
Do you fantasize about? Did that girl give you the heave-ho? Were you in love with her?
The first girl that I really was in love with was a girl by the name of Denise.
Right. Have you been in touch with Denise?
No,
Hey,
I have
Denise,
not.
Look at me now. I got $3 million a year in the bank.
I have not. I'll give you a story about Denise, though, real quick.
Okay.
I went out with her when I was in Orlando. No, I loved her. I did love her, I must admit.
Right.
Went out with her when I was in Orlando, when I worked at WKS in Orlando. That summer, this is in probably 85 or 86, so that summer, good relationship. At the end of that summer, I was walking down to Winter Park Art Festival. It's a famous art festival in Central Florida. And she had been distant the last 2 weeks. I was walking down with a buddy of mine, and I saw her holding hands with somebody else.
I'm so sorry.
I was crestfallen.
Yeah, that's rough.
But there's an end to the story.
Go ahead.
When I got out of Orlando 7 months later to take a job at WMCA, Rick Sklar hired me, sent a tape up. I came up to do shows. Out of nowhere, I get this job at MCA.
Wow.
7 months later, she wrote me a letter.
I want you back.
And it was the sort of letter that was pre-holding hands boyfriend Winter Park Arts Festival. So there's my little example.
Wait a second. When you got hired in New York radio?
87.
87. WMCA. What were they at that point? A talk station?
They were still a talk station. They went to Strauss Communications that just sold them to Federal Broadcasting out of Detroit.
Right.
But Sklar was in charge, and he was a legendary guy.
Sure, Rick Sklar.
So he hired me to do sports talk on weekends and morning drive sports, and that's a job I had to take.
And so Rick Sklar was the guy who
$54,000 a year.
He figured that you would be a good host of a show.
The ad in Broadcasting Magazine said, if you talk like a New York sports fan, send tape and resume to such and such.
So did you go into his studio somewhere and do an imaginary talk show?
No, I was doing talk shows in Orlando at this point.
Okay.
So I came up. They flew me up to New York. I did two shows and a couple of updates, flew back down to Orlando, Florida. 10 days later, Sklar calls me up on the phone on St. Patty's Day weekend, 87, says, listen, talks, I can tell he's into it. He says, if you're the guy we decide to hire, can you get here in 2 weeks?
Did you like working for Sklar?
Well, he was only a consultant for the station.
Okay.
So once I got there, he kind of disappeared and went to go do something else. So he was in charge of finding the programming for the station.
Somebody told me that when you first came to New York, your first job in New York, you had to pay the radio station.
No, it's not true.
That's a rumor?
That's not true. No, Sklar.
What in the world are you
MCA,
talking about?
MCA.
Like one of those deals where you go in and
you buy the time.
You buy the time.
But no, that was not the case.
Howard, on the internet,
the
it
case.
says I did coke in the fucking 90s.
It did? Well, I don't believe that.
So he gave me $54,000 a year, and I did Saturdays and Sundays, and Monday through Thursday morning drive sports with a crazy shot.
So
I gave
you
him the
were
show.
a hot shot DJ in the South. You were kind of a sports
hot shot's
guy.
a little strong.
You were dating women. You were getting it on. You were
living the life.
Did it get wild?
A bachelor.
Did you experiment with drugs?
Remember? No, I did not.
You did not. Never. Have you ever smoked pot?
In college.
In college, you smoked
I
pot.
can't lie about that.
No, did you try coke?
No, I did not.
Him on blow must be forget
I
about
went
it.
to, remember, I went to boarding school, Howard.
All right, but
things
still,
happen in
did
boarding
things
school.
go crazy? You started to go to your head. You were getting some success.
No, I'm not like that.
You're not like that at all. You're a level-headed guy.
Hopefully.
You're a level-headed guy.
I'm not wrapped up
It's
in.
not gonna go to your head
You know what I'm
now.
wrapped up in right now?
What are you wrapped up in?
I'm wrapped in right now. I'm making sure I get this channel to be as good as I possibly can do.
And this is not going to go to your head.
No, God,
Chris
no.
channel.
God, no.
Mad Dog
I'll tell you, you know what I'm wrapped
Radio.
up right now? I want to make sure Mel gets his money back.
Right. Okay, that's a fair. That's good. And I was going to ask you about that. This is a whole new ball game for you. And when you were at WFAN, you go on the radio with your partner. You made a lot of money for the station.
Team up?
You made a lot of.
They teamed us up in 1989.
But you made a lot of money with your partner. This and that. The other. This thing is, Mel's looking at you. He's saying, "Hey, in sports, I need you to bring in subscribers. We're hoping people who listen to you on FAN are going to come over here and listen to you." There's a bit of pressure.
Right.
How will you know you're succeeding? How will you know? What is the measurement here?
Well, I'll tell you one measurement. Mel's quote.
What was that?
The day after I did this Blue press conference.
Right.
He said, by the amount of people here, he's already made my investment back.
Is that right?
Now, I don't think Mel may have just said that, make me look good, you know, but that kind of quote is what I'm looking for. I want to make sure that when this is over in 5 years or whenever it might be over,
that your
that
fans
they
are
got
satisfied.
I gave him a good talk show. B, we gave him a decent channel. And C, the company, you know what? Giving Russo all this money, at least on my terms, not on yours, of course, but giving Russo all this money, it was a worthwhile investment. If I can do that, I did my job. That's what I'm looking at it right now.
In other words, what you're saying is this is a chance for you to step out on your own. The big controversy when you worked with your partner, Mike Francesca, was who is really the draw? Is it Mad Dog? Is it the other guy?
Or is it Mike and the Mad Dog only?
Right.
That's true too.
Right.
Could it be just? We don't know that. We haven't answered that question
Is
yet.
it Lennon and McCartney, or can these guys exist on their own?
Are you nervous going out on your own?
No, really not.
You're not?
No, not at all.
You feel good about it?
Howard, I went to Jacksonville, Florida by myself in an AMC Gremlin in 1983.
Right.
Orlando. If I did that,
But the
I could do
big
this.
success came when the two of you were teamed up.
That's true too.
And
you can make that all right. But obviously, people think that I can do this solo. Mel wouldn't have given me this contract. Scott Greenstein wouldn't have given me this contract.
Are you happy to be solo now? Or were you
I think Mike's happy too.
Yeah.
I think Mike likes the idea that he has the real estate on FAN. He does
Can I ask
5
you
hours a
something?
day.
Have you listened to Mike on his own radio show now?
No, I haven't yet.
You haven't? Why not? Why haven't you listened to the show?
I probably realized that I'm trying to move forward a little bit. I'm trying to focus in on what I have to do here, so I've tried to stay away as much as possible. It'd be like me listening to shows before I went to work every day. I never listen to the station because I don't want to be influenced by calls, by what the other hosts are doing.
In other words, you want to have a genuine opinion.
There you go.
When you prepare,
I don't want to be swayed.
But wait a second. When you prepare for your sports show, when you do a 4-hour gig or something,
5 here.
5 hours here.
And by the way, 5 hours here is like, you probably feel the same. It's like 6 hours. I did one show last Thursday at the ESPN Zone. 5 hours on our thing is 6 hours over on FAN.
That's right.
It's a lot. It's harder to do the longer show.
They
here.
run the risk of burning you out in the sense that maybe 3 hours a day would be better because you know how much sports can you really talk about? Once
I can talk about it.
You can.
I'll figure out a way to get through the 5. Artie knows. He's been listening for a
once you
long
give
time.
all your opinions of the day and you talk about all the games
I
and the
do
teams.
goofy things. I do the movies. I do books. You
don't just talk about sports.
I'll do some stuff.
Actors
right,
and stuff.
absolutely.
What do you watch on TV besides sports?
You know, I'm not a TV guy. I tell you what I liked. I love old movies.
Right.
I could tell you a lot about Jimmy Stewart, Richard Widmark,
What is the best
Lancaster.
old movie around? What's the best movie?
If you put me on a desert island where I could watch one... Well, Shawshank Redemption is the film I love. But, let's forget that for a second. You want to go back pre-1960? Something along those lines?
Yes. Go ahead. Give me the top film.
That I would just...
Desert island film. You got
that I have to watch that I'm familiar...
You're on a weird desert island. All they have there is a projector and
Place in the Sun.
Place in the Sun. Place in the Sun.
You know
Is that
why?
Montgomery Cliff?
Oh, what a great movie that is. Elizabeth Taylor on Montgomery Cliff. about the guy, Montgomery Cliff, who's from a Salvation Army home in Kansas City. He's in Eastman. He goes out to Los Angeles to work for the Eastman Kodak people. He befriends and gets Shelley Winters pregnant, who's sort of a stay-at-home girl. And in the meantime of that, he meets Angela Vickers, who is an Eastman girl, and that's Elizabeth Taylor in 1951, Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
And so he tries to navigate his way through this Shelley Winters relationship, and because he wants to be with Angela Vickers. Right. So he takes Shelley Winters on a boat in Lake George, on a canoe. That's right. And Raymond
she was
Burr's
a lot lighter
the prosecutor.
She was a lot lighter than Shelley Vickers, yes.
And she falls out of the canoe.
Right.
And he's got that moment there of hesitation. Do I let her drown and I can be with Angela Vickers, or do I try to save her? And that moment of hesitation cost him his life, because she drowns. She swims back to shore. He gets caught by the cops. Poor Angela Vickers. Elizabeth Taylor doesn't know what's going on. And then Raymond Burr comes in and comes up with this concoction of how he actually hit her with the oar, which he didn't do. And he gets the death sentence. But at the end of it, she comes back to visit him on his way down to get home. She comes back. Do you remember that? Did anybody see that scene? She comes back.
Do you love this because after a day on the beach with the 4 kids and the wife,
absolutely,
do you sit there and go, man, that could be my life?
Angela Vickers, Howard.
In the
Angela Vickers.
last minute, we lost about 80,000 subscribers.
What 1951, you're right.
What
Who
about
cares?
the fact that later in life, Liz Taylor and Shelley Winters both look like Warren Sapp?
The last thing that went through my mind as you sit here and review your life, the reason I would imagine you don't listen, and by the way, when you prepare, this is where I was going, when you prepare for your radio show, don't you sit and read the newspapers, you read the opinions of all the different columnists?
I read for information.
Right, you need the information, so in a sense, but the reason you don't listen to Mike on his own is because also there's got to be something painful in it, like you don't even want to see him doing that well on his own. If I was you, I would want to see him fail if I was you.
No, I don't care. No, because my validation was this contract.
Yes, and your validation also.
So I don't need any more validation, because my validation was the fact that in Sirius XM gave me a channel.
You bet. Didn't it eat into your brain for many years that your partner got $200,000 more than you did?
I don't know if that's entirely accurate.
But it was more money than you.
At least maybe early on it was in our relationship.
You never sat down and said to the company, I need parity.
No.
You never said.
You can't get
You never said to the people at WFAN.
Look at Howard, it's going like me, baby.
I want parity.
Parity, baby.
You never said it.
Probably once in a while that bothered me, but Howard, you cannot do a show with somebody 5.5 hours a day for 19 years and feel bitter because he might be making more money than you have.
It wasn't his fault.
The fans don't care.
Right, and he didn't determine how much you made.
I'm not talking
the
about
bosses
that.
Did.
Whoever did.
He's talking about down in my soul.
Right.
Pride.
Look at me
was
in the
my
eye.
pride wounded?
Look at me in the eye.
Right.
If Mike does super well on his own.
Not going to bother me, Howard.
Look at me.
I promise you.
Did I finish the question?
Mm-hmm.
No. If Mike does super well on his own, the show doesn't lose any ratings, the show goes on, blah, 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 blah. Got to admit, that's not going to be as good as if Mike doesn't do so well. They
But
need
what if
the
he
mad
does
dog.
super well?
Hold it a sec.
All right.
They need the mad dog. They need him. Tell me that wouldn't be some great thing.
Can I say that he can
Be
stay
honest.
equal? How about if we go equal?
All right, equal.
Equal won't bother me.
What if he drops
if you're
2
going
points?
To,
What if he goes from a 5 share to a 2?
Well, you're telling me now if he goes 5 to a 10. Now that's going to bother me.
Yes. That's going to bother
I
you.
have
Be
pride.
honest. Of course.
You're going to go 5 to a 10, double the audience because I'm off the air?
That would hurt.
That's going to bother Mel. I got the wrong guy.
We're going to change the name of that damn channel.
Right.
And if it went from a 5 share to a 2.
Would part of me be happy?
Yes.
I tell you, I know you're not going to believe this because you want, but I've been honest with you ever since I walked in the
Please
room.
be
So
honest.
if I'm
That's all
being
I
honest, so I have a foundation of telling you the truth. That's not going to bother me. Now, that's not going to make me happy.
Let me put it to you this way.
I swear it won't.
Boy, you're not like me.
Put it to you.
If I didn't have this contract and this responsibility,
Right.
it would.
So whose idea was it to bring you over to satellite radio? Was it Mel? Parmesan?
I think the
Scott
fact that Mel,
Greenstein?
both of them.
Both
I
of
think
them.
the fact that Mel knew me from all those years at Infinity.
How did they woo you? They come to your apartment privately and say, "Listen, Chris, let's sit down."
They're giving you carte blanche. Do what you want.
They sit down. They say, we'll give you a 5-year deal, $3 million a year.
Not even that so much. It was the philosophy.
Let you
Carte
do your
blanche-
thing.
There you go.
So what are you going to do with the new channel?
Well, I'm gonna-
what is
I
your
gotta- I'm
idea?
gonna
What is
hire
your
a whole-
dream?
My dream is that if you are a sports talk fan,
go ahead,
and you got to be a diehard. I understand that, but if you're a sports talk fan around the country and you want to vent and you want to talk about why Manny Ramirez dropped a fly ball in the ninth and the Dodgers lost a big game, or you want to talk about Brady getting hurt out for the year,
Best
or you
thing
want
ever.
to, that's a huge one. You want to talk about LeBron at the Olympics, Federer winning the U.S. Whatever big topic is that you have a place to do that on this channel.
Do you have guys in mind that
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to work
Oh,
with?
absolutely.
Who are these guys? Who are the good guys in the business right now?
Well, we brought in Lee Hamilton.
Okay.
He's doing some shows for us these next couple days. Extra San Diego, 22 years.
All right.
I got to find some younger kids, too,
Right.
who are 30, 31 years of age, who might look at me as sort of the dean. I don't want to sound cocky,
Right.
but the dean of the sports talk genre. So say, you know what, I like to go work with Chris.
Who was the first person you called when you made this decision? Was it your father who wanted you to go in the jewelry business?
I did call my parents until June 22nd. The first person I called, the fact that who was the first person? Well, I guess it was my wife.
Your wife.
Well, she was with me because I had to go to a bar in New Jersey to sign the release papers because we had to sign these release papers, and I was in Jersey, and I had to get that Mad Dog trademark name back. So I got the Mad Dog trademark
You
name
didn't
back.
own the Mad Dog.
FAN did.
Uh-huh.
We had to negotiate to get that back.
You had to pay FAN?
No, we didn't pay. We just got it. We gave him $1.
Okay.
So we got it back, and
Why would they give that to you?
They wanted to lease it to us for the next 5 years. I'm not gonna. And we said, all right, fine, lease it. Chris is not leaving. He's not accepting your buyout. It's stay to March.
Ah, I see.
So I had that as leverage.
I see.
You want me out? You're gonna have to give me that name.
Little hardball.
So to make a long story short, I had to go to Bar A in New Jersey and sign a 5-page release.
Who
that I
named
was
you
out.
Mad Dog?
Bob Raceman, Daily News.
He did.
He gets the credit.
And it stuck.
He absolutely stuck.
You like that name?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it's
a moniker. A guy like me needs that.
Yeah,
It's a stick.
I get all dog. I never get Chris or Christopher.
Right.
I always get dog this, dog that. But if my kids call me, my little 9-year-old calls himself the Mad Puppy, which is the last thing I want him to do because I don't want him worrying about. I don't want him to be
This
that.
feels good to you. I see you're happy. You know,
I'm into it.
When you were with the partner.
Listen, can I say something?
I know, you like Mike.
Come on, 19 years, I had to like him. I couldn't do a show with him for 19
but
years.
you never even talked to each other during the commercial breaks. That's what everyone tells me who used to watch you on the TV show.
No, that's not true.
You two never
Last couple
even
months, maybe. Now they also told you I bought the airtime, so they were
That's
wrong there. So don't necessarily believe
When's
that
the
either.
last time you had dinner with Mike?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
You didn't buy, did you? That's against.
No, Mike buys.
Mike buys. So you'll remain friends with him. You think you'll see him?
Have you talked?
Have not talked since I took this job. Talked to him a couple days prior to me leaving.
Right.
Again,
He
Mike
should be
likes the
smart.
challenge too here.
He should stay friendly with you. You got your own channel. Maybe you'll employ him one day.
Mike will not allow that.
If
You think Mike?
if
Oh,
your
you know.
channel-
You think Mike's going to allow me? Mike, by the way, I know things aren't going good. Here, come work for Chris Russo. I'll give you the overnight shift.
He ain't working on the Mad Dog
Do you
channel.
think
Not doing that.
Do you think he resents your payday? He's got to be blown out.
You know,
by that.
remember one thing about the payday.
Go ahead.
I can't simulcast the show over here on TV. I was simulcasting the show.
That's true.
On Yes.
Right.
You got to throw $500,000. I gave up that $500,000.
So you're saying
Out.
you were making at least 2 over at FAM between your 1.2, then you had another 5.
I was making 2 there my last year, plus the 500,000. That's 2.5.
So you didn't really get that big a
There
boost.
you go. Mike's
Oh.
not stupid. He can do the math. Well, hold on. How much of a raise did Chris actually get? I mean, he was making 2.5. Now he gets 3. Got paid agents and everything else. Plus, I'm sure they bumped Mike up when I left.
What else do you do? Do you have any other outside thing? You do any voiceover stuff?
I did 2 books.
You did 2 books.
Well, I
Right.
did. The first
Do you
was the New York
juggle? Do you do anything? I don't know.
I play a lot of tennis. I run all the time.
You're a tennis player.
Oh, I love to play
Are you
tennis.
good?
Yeah, good player.
You
4-5.
kick ass?
I'm a good. I'm not a. I'm I'm a level below a club pro, but I'm a good, solid. You saw me in a tennis court, you'd say, he's pretty darn good.
How's the relationship with the wife? How long you been married?
13 years.
13 years.
4 kids.
4 kids.
She's from a family of 6. I'm an only child.
You don't cheat at all?
Never.
Never kiss
Absolutely.
a girl? Never get girls?
Never.
You never spank girls on your show? Nothing like that?
No.
None of that.
I heard your comments with the young lady here.
Yes.
You had a wife. That was funny, though. You had a wife. That was funny.
But I guarantee you, the thought has crossed your mind in the sense that
every
you
man,
are a big star.
every man, it's crossed his mind.
Now you're in the paper. You got your own channel.
Did you enjoy a level your fame for a while?
Absolutely. I'd be lying if I told you I didn't. There's front page of the Daily News.
Yeah.
The New York Times 2 weeks ago. This Week in Review, huge column on Mike and me.
You
got to get it.
You mean to tell me before you got married, you did have a period of time where you got to use your fame?
No, I never did that.
You never went out with a lot of chicks. Never had a threesome?
Of course, I had girlfriends.
Did you ever have a threesome?
No.
Oh, God.
No threesome?
No
truth
what do you mean, oh, God?
I might want to imagine it.
Yeah,
but
you
no
never
threesome.
saw 2 girls doing something in front of you?
No. Howard's funny.
Why is that
He's not
funny?
going to crack that. You're not going to crack me, though.
There's no truth to you and Anna Kournikova.
No, God, no.
I mean...
She's pretty, though. She's pretty.
So you never had any of that wild scene?
I am... No, you can make the argument prior to my lovely wife that maybe I was a little sexually deprived.
Where'd you meet this wife? When did you...
I met her on a plane.
On a plane. What was
Coming
she
back
doing?
from Chicago.
Is she a model? Is she an actress?
No. She's 8 years younger than me.
8 years. Oh, that's good.
Family of 6. Rye, New York.
And the sex life after all the children is still as good as when you first...
It's never going to... you're busy. You got 4 little kids. You got a 3-year-old running to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Are you sexually frustrated?
You find the time.
Are you sexually frustrated?
No, I can't say that.
You masturbate?
I won't deny it.
You do it?
Oh, jeez, Howard.
That's got to be the funniest thing ever.
Not to the San Francisco Giants.
To Willie McCovey?
Everybody used to make fun of me because I used to love Will Clark, and they used to play these things, and I was a Giants on a road trip with Will Clark in his hotel room. Will, let me in, Will. It's Chris Russo. Things like that.
So Chris Russo is a sex addict.
No,
is that fair?
God, no, I'm a sports addict. That's the problem, Howard. That's the problem.
Chris,
I got the wrong addiction.
Chris, this guy right here is the only guy who knows who Will Clark is in the room.
No,
that's right. He's not a sports fan at all, is he?
Could care
Do you
less.
watch anything?
Don't care about
Giants,
it.
Patriots?
I used to watch the... I watch like when the Super Bowl comes on.
Michael Phelps gold medals?
He hardly watched the Olympics.
I don't care about his flipper feed. I don't
You
care
didn't
about
watch
any of it.
You didn't watch the Olympics at all?
A little bit.
He's never seen Roger Federer play.
Federer, Nadal, Wimbledon. You didn't see that?
Never
I'm not even sure who he is.
Oh, my God.
Honest to God.
You watched the Giants win the Super Bowl.
I took quarterbacks blitz.
What's the name of the guy?
The Yankees in a World Series game. Don't get wrapped up in it.
Don't get wrapped up in it.
I asked you about this.
The World Series I get wrapped in. I like the Super Bowl.
Occasionally, but it's not all
Lakers,
the time.
Celtics, NBA Final.
I go to the Knicks games. I loved watching the Knicks.
Hockey, 94 Rangers.
I'm a great spectator. I love to go to games and watch the sports, and I love athletes when they... I mean, it's amazing.
So
performance.
Sunday afternoon football, you're not going to be sitting there watching.
No, I play chess.
He's never been to a football game, have you? Live?
I bet. Yeah,
When you were a
Detroit.
kid,
I went to the Detroit Lions. I went to Pontiac Stadium when it first opened up.
So he has...
That's 100 years
That's
ago.
a while.
That was
That's 20
1980.
Howard, what's the name of the guy? Because I said I was going to ask you this.
Go ahead.
Because the day after the last Super Bowl, we talked about this all day.
I might work on
What's the name of the guy that made the big catch at the end of the Super Bowl? That Manning threw the ball. He got away from the blitz.
Should get that one. That's a good question.
Placido Domingo.
Placido.
No, you're thinking of
Placido.
How you have to know that?
David Tyree. You don't remember we talked
Don't
about
even-
Tyree?
I forget. I don't care.
He probably doesn't remember.
I don't care.
Are you still motivated every day to do this show?
Yes. Love this. In fact, it was really weird. When we were on vacation, I said to Beth, I'm actually missing being on the air, which is weird.
Oh, no.
I mean,
So you're
I've done
going to
that-
resign?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, by the way, I know they're a little... Make sure you do. We're going to need
Has
you.
Mel mentioned me at all?
No, he has not. But make sure whatever... What do you have, 2 years left in your career?
I have 2 years left. That's right.
Wow, we went through 3 fucking years.
You have to make sure...
Well, you were
Robin,
asleep most of the time.
I was on
Robin, make sure
withdrawal.
he stays.
Hey,
Don't
Chris,
leave.
I want this because Mel. I don't know if you know this, but Mel
he calls me before every big move.
Yeah.
And I said, look, he's been through this before he hired you. See if he could sell $1,800 worth of subscriptions first.
That's right. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
it never changes.
Bullshit. So that's Mel's scorecard.
So you're here to say you're a happy guy.
I'm a happy
got to
guy.
live out your childhood fantasy.
Hey, I'm doing a sport. Who would have thought at MCA back in Jacksonville, Florida, I'd be doing running a channel?
And now you're on Sirius
with Howard
Satellite.
Stern. No
I'm
less.
excited to have you here. I envision that this is going to be the epitome of a radio experience for listeners. I believe that satellite radio is the future, and I'm not just blowing smoke up anyone's ass. I really do believe that. I work a little differently than you. Even you yourself have said, Stern, he works blue. That's my thing. You know, that's not your thing. Do you ever curse?
I usually don't. No.
Are you going to curse on the air?
Damn in hell.
Do you think you might say the F word?
No, I can't say it.
Radio?
I can't say it.
Were you like that as a kid? You never cursed?
No, I did as a kid. I kind of told myself when I was in my early 20s, let's eliminate that from your vocabulary.
You know, they say that not cursing.
Listen, I'm not perfect. I got a lot of vices. That I try to stay away from.
What is your vice? It's not women. All right, masturbation, a little too much.
Is it something illegal?
Do you watch?
No.
Do you watch porn?
I have.
You have? Who's your favorite?
Sports Center.
Couldn't tell you that one.
What?
Sports Center.
See,
Sports Center, your porn. Chris Berman. Oh, Chris.
Do you gamble?
Does Howard know who Chris Berman is?
No,
absolutely no idea. I'm not aware of it. Do you gamble on sports?
I have. Yeah, that could be a vice.
That could be a vice.
I could get a little careless sometimes with that.
Because I was going to ask you about a couple
little
of
careless.
games.
What's the biggest bet you ever made?
You know, what I'll do is I like to bet seasonal bets.
Okay.
Now, there are over-under bets you can make in football and baseball.
Sure.
Where there's a number on a particular team's idea of how many wins they're going to have in a year.
Right.
Let's say the Giants' number is 9.5.
Okay.
That means they have to win 10 wins if you take the over for a bet. So I would like to do that. It keeps me into it.
I see.
And it keeps
How
me
much money
focused.
would you bet on the over? Let's say
25,000.
25,000.
He's making for the year, though. It's for the year, Howard.
Right, I understand.
You think about
That's your
16
gambling
weeks,
budget.
so it's 1,000 a week.
25.
I didn't do it this year because I was wrapped up in doing a show.
Very frivolous.
It is.
Surprised.
Let me ask you
You think that's so
I'm
Boy, I'm being
do.
too honest. I'm going to get in trouble here, for goodness sake.
I'm surprised to hear that you would put $25,000 down.
I think my wife's going to be surprised, too.
Does she not know that? Do you control
she
all
knows.
the finances? Does she
Yeah,
know
no,
what's
I
going
control
on?
the finances.
You control
But she knows I gamble, though. I can't hide that from
You
her.
got to hide money from your wife.
What's yeah? Come on. You
I don't have a
money.
Swiss bank
Is that
account.
the only bet you make?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, usually.
He's not talking about the illegal bets.
I do not go to Atlantic City, and I do not go to Vegas.
Do you have a prenup with your wife in case?
No, I do not.
If everything goes crazy,
I do not have. She's going to get half. If
you're going to
such
get
a problem.
half of the money. So you better stay in this.
That's why he's gambling.
And everybody tells you, you know what? Say it you want. Whatever you do, stay married. It's cost you too freaking much money.
It's a lot of money.
Stay. Figure out. Girlfriends, do this, do that. Stay married.
Let me ask you
Everybody
this:
tells me
the
that.
25,000. Who do you put that down with if you don't go to Vegas?
I got to find somebody.
Oh, you need a guy? Do you need a guy?
I'm going to get picked up here. Tony Soprano's
I was going to say, if you need a guy, I got a guy.
I'm not there, Tone.
So
I got ripped off 60 grand.
So your father must be proud of you now.
Yeah, he is.
He thinks it was good you didn't go in the jewelry business.
Yeah, I just, by the way,
Yeah.
you know, he's 77 years of age, so they don't have all the technological equipment.
Right.
So
You
I
gotta
just,
get him
I guess,
serious.
got him wrapped up with Sirius.
Yeah.
I had the guy Richie here take care of it.
Right.
Like Best Buy, he got it in his 2 cars. Now he has it in his house.
By the way,
so
thank
he's gonna
God-
he'll be on top of it. now.
Thank God your father's not the Giants jewelers. No rings and how long.
Thank you very much.
The Yankees, he's making money.
My headset. 1954.
Right, there you go.
Good job, Artie.
Good job.
Wait, can I ask you?
All right,
I have
so-
a serious question for you.
He's got the forms out.
But wait, so you will not say the F. You will not take advantage of the fact
Try not
that
to.
you're not on terrestrial radio.
I would not try to do that.
They say that not cursing shows a intelligence. That, in other words, a lot of people, what they lack in language skills, so they resort to cursing, using foul language. You see yourself as...
I don't buy it that way. I just think it's self-contrul.
It's self-control.
Yeah,
You'd
I
like
wouldn't
to say
he has
You
an
can be-
extensive
You
vocabulary.
know, I'm actually relatively proud. I'm not one of the, I'm a nutcase. I'm goofy.
Right.
But I'm not raunchy as a sports
You're
talk guy.
old-fashioned.
I'm
in a
not
way.
a guy talk
Yeah, and when
host.
a guy challenges
I'm not
you,
a
you
guy
don't
host.
have to resort to that.
I don't get nasty with
Do
it.
you say-
He's a caller. He's
Yeah.
a client.
Do you
Customer.
say? Do you ever say penis?
No, I have. Well, I mean, I that wouldn't bother me though.
You would say penis.
Well,
on
I
the
have
air.
kids. You got to tell them what's going on.
No,
right?
I mean on the air. Would you say penis? You'd say that
No,
guy.
probably
Is there
not.
any
You probably
reason to
wouldn't.
bring that up?
You
no.
would not.
No, I would
you
not.
would not bring up penis. Would you bring up clitoris?
No.
You would not.
Why in a sports concoction? Well, where's
Well, you
that
could
fit
say,
in?
boy, that Howard must have a clitoris. He doesn't even know
I'm a little surprised.
A-Rod
David
is swinging.
Tyree. Do you know who A-Rod? Have you had A-Rod in here before?
No.
No, we haven't had
He won't come in
Jeter?
here.
Jeter,
No.
I don't know Jeter.
We
I mean,
don't
I know who
get
Jeter
many
is.
Yankees.
Have you had athletes from New York on
Yes.
here?
Lawrence
Who?
Taylor.
LT, that's a good
LT,
spot.
the great LT has been on. We've had.
I'll make you look
We've
good.
had a,
Go ahead,
Dennis
ask
In the history of the show, here's some of the people who've stopped by. Will Chamberlain.
That's a good spot.
Mickey Mantle has done this show.
Oh, that's a very good spot.
Bill Walton has done this show.
He's goofy. Good spot.
LT loves the show. OJ's been on the show.
O.J. Simpson's been on the show?
Before he
David
killed his
Wells.
wife.
David Wells, big fan.
David Wells loves
David
you.
Wells
Wells
always
loves
came. What was the black guy with the one eye who used to be on the Jets?
Oh,
Wesley Walker.
Wesley Walker used to do the show.
How about from
You know
Roosevelt?
who interned for us 6 months ago for a day? Antonio Pierce.
Good guy.
Good
How
guy.
about the gay
Antonio-
giant, Sugar Bear?
Good guy.
Antonio. Was
We had him
my-
on every Mondays in the football over at FAN.
Antonio was my intern.
Nice guy.
There you
Wife's in the business now?
Absolutely.
So he's had some sports guys on.
We've had some legendary people.
Oh,
on.
They have to rise above their sport.
I've had on, hold it. I'll tell you some more people. Pete Rose.
That's right.
That's right.
I've had on Bill Romanowski.
Almost every
I've had-
a lot of the
disgraced
guys who've gotten themselves in some trouble.
Right.
I had Mark Messier on the show.
Oh, that's a good
John
spot.
Daly.
I had the great,
We had the
great
Stanley
one.
Cup. Did you tell him what
Yeah,
we did to
Gretzky had
the Stanley
Gretzky on.
Cup?
Gretzky on was on.
Here? No,
Yeah,
not
no,
on
the
Saturday.
other one.
Oh, the other one.
The other one.
But what did we do to the Stanley Cup? We had it right
We had a guy
here.
take a dump in it.
Yes.
I remember that.
It's a great moment.
That's right.
That's a history. That's
Howard,
a
what does
historic moment.
Bill Romanowski play, and who did you play for?
Romo, they used to call him Romo. He's a football player.
For who?
Lots of
I
teams.
believe-
Right? That's a trick question.
Okay, what teams does he have Super Bowl rings?
Well, that's a he's not going to know that. Let him take a guess on one team. Played for 3 big teams. Give me one of them.
Shit.
One team.
You guys suck.
Why are you challenging him?
Romo played for the legendary, because everyone's legendary.
Famous team.
You're embarrassing.
Raiders.
Thank you. You're embarrassing.
Mike
Now,
Piazza.
wait a minute.
Yeah,
We've
Piazza.
had Mike Piazza.
So you've had some
We
people.
had Mike Piazza and the other gay guy, Simmons.
We had
Oh,
Benny
stop
Agbayani
it.
on.
I mean,
Piazza's not gay. What's the matter
But
with
we had the gay giant on, Roy Sugar Bear Simmons. You ever hear him?
Well, you said you had a serious question
He
for
fucked
Chris Russo.
Beasley.
Quick-
Wanted to fuck Beasley Reese.
All right, listen.
Let's know. I have a serious
Check out.
We
I
had
do have
that
something I
gay
want.
basketball player on.
All right, yeah.
You
okay,
say when
quickly, what do you
when
want to
they
say?
when they hired you in New York, I was always curious about this. And the guy said, "Look, even in the ad, you said wanted him to sound like a New York sports fan. Did a program director, general manager ever want you to pretend you were a Yankee fan?
No, God, no.
Never. They never said to you, "Look, you sound like a New Yorker."
I think maybe I worried them about being sometimes a little too anti-New York.
Right.
But nobody ever said, "Hey, Chris, let's calm down here. Can you like somebody?"
Because
Nobody ever
you
said
would
that.
never. I know you'd never go for that, which is why
I
I
wouldn't
like
agree to
it.
do it.
Right.
You buy me, you get me. You can't pretend to somebody else.
Did anybody ever try to get you to endorse a team for winning because they had a big bet on it?
No, God, no.
Nothing like that.
You have to be careful. That's the reason why I shouldn't even tell you about the occasional gamble thing.
Right.
Because then people think if you're mad at that team for losing a game and you're a little rough on him, well, you're doing it. Well, he just lost money on him.
Well,
that's the way the gambler thinks.
If you're upfront about stuff, then
Yeah, see, if you're upfront about it, then you exactly. Right.
Howard, something else that me and Russo have in common.
Yeah.
Is Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, I love Bruce.
Okay,
Big
so
Bruce guy.
I wanted least favorite Springsteen song ever, and I have a reason why I think I know.
Murder
this.
Incorporated.
Worst ever?
I don't like that.
Your
So Adam raised a cane.
You don't like that song?
No.
All right. One of
You
my
know these songs, Howard?
Yes.
One
I
of my
do.
favorite.
Do you really?
One of
I
my
was a disc jockey. Yeah, I do.
You
know
know
this stuff.
those songs. I don't know them.
Did you go to see Bruce?
Oh, I've seen him. I saw him in Boston, Hartford twice, and the Garden.
You're a real fan.
Oh, I'm a huge fan.
Howard, you seen him 100
I don't even mean of
times.
Springsteen. You just are a fan. You're passionate
My wife,
about people.
I got a good wife. My wife, for my birthday, October 18th, made some calls, and she got me backstage at the Garden to see Bruce. So I took Mike, so I can't hate Mike that much.
Right.
I took Mike, I took 2 of the guys from FAN, and we went backstage to see Bruce. And after this show at the Garden on the 17th of October, went into his dressing room. He had just taken a shower. I hugged him 4 times.
Oh my God!
Did you talk to him?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's
No,
a little.
he was
He's a
just making
sports
out
fan.
with him.
Was
So
he-
he's a little. He knew some sports.
Was he a fan of yours? Did he know of
A
you?
fan might be strong. Know of
He knew
is
of.
better than fan. Fan's a little too
I
strong.
recently had a conversation with him. him about a year ago. I met him at a party, and 2 times I met him at a party. And the first time was very awkward, and the second time we had a good 10-minute conversation.
So you had a little. He's on top of that American culture, and
is he your favorite? But is he better than Hendrix? Is he better than Cream? Is he better?
I don't go that. I'm not a rock historian. I know all these bands that you're referring to. I'm not a rock historian, but Bruce, to me, I was 16 years old when I became. He was my rock and roll renaissance.
In all fairness, I didn't get to hug him at the party, so you.
4 times. 4 times. I think it was a little too much.
Did you think it was weird that you kept hugging him?
It's a little fruity.
What are you hugging him for?
Because I was so excited to see Springsteen. First, I was excited.
Who reached for the hug first? You? Or
I
Bruce?
did. I think the 4th time maybe a little too much. But hey, what the heck?
I noticed he never called you after.
I'm surprised you have one of the doctor say it. The doctor should be. I'm surprised you didn't have one of his security guys hug you a little harder.
I don't understand.
Well, they're
I can
all
see
sports fans.
When you hug Bruce,
yeah.
Solid build, or was he a little soft?
Oh, he's solid.
No, he is pretty
solid.
Did you fall into his arms?
Nice ass.
He's pretty
strong. You didn't grab his ass, did you?
No, I didn't go.
Did you grab Roy Bittan? Because Roy's sexy too.
I may have wanted to. No.
I think you ought to say a curse word on your first show.
Say it now.
When you do your real first show.
You want me to say a curse word right now to
What's
get it
your
out?
favorite first? Go ahead. Do it.
Put it in a sentence. Call A-Rod a fucking asshole.
Go ahead.
No, I'll do the Giants because the Giants always frustrate me.
Go ahead. Do whatever.
San Francisco.
Go ahead.
God damn it, Giants! Win a game! Win a fucking game!
Wow! Look at you.
All right,
working blue.
You got it out of my system. My wife heard that. Oh, jeez. Maybe she did.
You're working blue. I don't
He
know
is
if I
working
like
blue.
It's a little over the top.
No, but
Next thing you know, we'll be auctioning off people's virginity.
Two more things.
I heard that this morning too. Yes.
Yeah.
2 more non-sports things about him. About 10 years ago, his pick for Best Picture, Air Force One with Harrison.
That's not true.
That's true.
Not true. Hey, you said movie.
Best movie of the
That
year.
was a good movie.
Come on.
Did you like
Best
that
movie of the year.
I don't know if I said that.
You did say it. You said it.
But he knocked the get off my goddamn plane.
Whatever.
It was funny. It was funny.
1992, Springsteen tours without the E Street Band.
It was 92 or 3, yeah.
And he comes on and he goes, this is my favorite moment by him. He goes,
But
I
what
don't
is
care
it?
what you say, Mike. Nobody but nobody wants to hear that 57 channel song. Play Rosalina.
You
Get
didn't
the
like
big man back.
what you were talking about when Bruce made the 57 shots?
Well, he did the leap. That was the Human Touch tour.
Yes.
Awful.
He did the two albums,
Right.
no band except for Roy
Right.
on the piano.
That's right. And that didn't turn you on.
I shouldn't say that. I went to see 10 shows at the
Do
Meadowlands.
you mind when Bruce gets political? He talks about 57 shots.
I'd rather him not, but I'll live with it.
You're voting for McCain. How about Springsteen? How do you deal with that when he's
It
Mr.
bothers
Liberal?
me. Bothers me.
Yeah.
I have to admit, because I think, now listen, musicians and athletes, do what you do great. They don't want to hear me talking about politics on doing. They want me to do sports.
Right.
I want Bruce to play music.
No.
I need? I know Bruce is talking about the Living in the Future song and its magic. He's talking about how, in fact, there's the world, America's changed. There's spies out there. Bruce, FDR had concentration camps in California during World War II. He was a Democrat.
Right.
At the Supreme Court. He was a Democrat. It's not all Republican stuff.
So
you get the idea they don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, no.
You agree with me on that?
You're more comfortable with your music. You see what I've learned about you. You are a real fan of
whatever
life.
he likes.
Oh, fan of life.
You like to you get into things.
A sponge.
You're a sponge. You like to go. You like to watch. You appreciate the talents of others. It doesn't all have to be about you. You can be the guy who watches others.
Oh, absolutely.
And appreciate that. I can't be that. But I appreciate that about you.
But I know his
stuff.
point is nobody wants to hear a sports guy talk about
That's my point.
Talk about place in the sun for 20
Listen,
minutes.
while you were making out with Bruce Springsteen, you should have hugged him and said, listen,
I can't.
enough with the politics.
I can't say that. I have to give it. It's Bruce Springsteen. I have to respect Springsteen.
Let me ask you something, though. You walk into the room, Bruce is standing there, you go immediately and
4
hug
times.
him. And then you let him go.
Bruce, you mind one more time? Boom.
Oh, my God.
He handled it superbly, though.
Probably figured you were nuts.
He listens, doesn't he?
A lot of gay guys like him.
Now listen.
Oh, he's funny. Not bad.
You've never had a gay experience, have you?
No.
Never. Even as a young boy.
I thought you said you were Italian.
You're hanging around the jewelry business with your father. Guys walk in.
Never been to a Met game?
No one ever seduced you? No towel snapping incident? Nobody ever tried to jerk you off?
No. Jeez.
How many times a week are you having sex with your wife?
It varies.
2 times a week, or you're not even...
I got 4 little kids.
One time a week at least?
Yeah, one time.
And the rest is all masturbation.
He's so into sports. He's had sex with his wife 4 times.
Honey, you know the commercial, the Viagra ad, or the ad where the guy's got the tape watching sports, and he's got this beautiful girl coming down. It's like middle of the afternoon. He's debating what he should do, and he finally says, the heck with it. He's got to go upstairs with his wife. I would sit there and watch the sports. Oh, God.
You don't use Viagra, do you?
No.
Never.
I don't have a problem with that.
You never tried it?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't try
or Cialis, all these other stupid things.
You don't do any of that.
Those ads are funny.
Listen,
though.
first of all, let me thank you.
If you've had if your erection, well, I tell you, I'm saying things I would never say.
Jesus, erection.
Lasts for 4 hours, seek immediate medical help. That's funny. It's funny.
How about seeking 80 women?
Good, immediate help.
Check out now. One last question. So when you get criticized in the newspaper, like sometimes I would read that guy in the Daily News, he'd be hard on you.
Well, Raceman's Mushnick post.
Mushnick was
You don't like anybody.
So would that offend you? Would that affect you?
Anybody is sensitive.
Yeah.
I don't care who.
Call him? Did you ever say,
no,
hey,
wouldn't
listen,
do
pal?
that. He's allowed to do that. Hey, listen, I criticize him. He can criticize me.
Right.
I'll tell you.
But if anybody denies the fact, who is in my position, that something like that doesn't bother you, nobody's that thick-skinned.
Right.
Once in a while, okay, but he does pound me a lot.
What's the worst thing he ever said about you?
That I'm a mean-spirited guy.
Is that a legitimate comment?
No, absolutely not.
You are not mean-spirited.
Absolutely not.
Why do you think he thinks you're mean-spirited?
Well, this is a long time ago with me and Mike having our issues 15 years ago, and he said an employee of a co-worker of Chris DeVruso WFAN says he's a mean-spirited, not say low life, but a mean-spirited guy. And the one thing I'm not is mean-spirited.
Okay.
That was out of
That
line.
hurt you.
That bothered me.
That bothered you.
Bothered my parents too.
Did you ever prognosticate? Do you pick the winning team?
All the time.
And do people bet money on your picks?
I hope not.
Do
But
people generally make money on your picks?
They probably would not.
Howard, let me tell you something. You're looking at a guy.
You've been wrong.
God, yeah.
He owes me about 50 G's, and I'll tell you what. The best part of your show, and this is why...
You're going to miss it. Fridays at the picks.
Oh, my God. So what they do is they get, not even the picks, it's like... beginning of each football season, they'll get the Jets and the Giants schedule, him and Mike, right? So they'll go through it. One of them will throw out the game, and they'll just say win or loss.
Win or loss,
right?
and you figure out the records at the end.
They'll go like at Dolphins, 0-1, at Bengals, 1-1.
Jets, yeah,
I'll give you that. So they'll come up with what the final record would be. And they really convince you because they go, these guys know what they're talking about. They say 9, the Jets will be 9-7.
Right.
So about 3 years in a row, I've bet the over/under on wins based totally on
that prediction.
Yes.
But you're a good sportsman. Why are you wasting that money? Why are you doing that for me?
I'm a bad gambler, and I'm like, I figure you guys know more than me, and it's really convincing. I go like 9-7. Yeah, the Jets will be 9-7.
Would you have Mike on as a guest?
You got to do that.
I guess I would do absolutely.
You would do that?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it early. Like 6 months from now.
Okay.
That's a very boy.
Listen, let me say.
Yeah, no, this guy. Listen to this guy.
I tell you right now, that is one hell of an interview. That's a great job.
Let's do it. Come on, man. Let's get
That's
in
a good. He did a good job.
He's always good.
All right, listen.
Russo, as a fan of
Marv
Albert,
I was very down on him for what he did.
have you ever visited some of the same hookers? Just 'cause you're a fan?
No. With the little things on his finger.
You were down when Marv did all that stuff?
Marv also did something to Iron Eagle, our little buddy who does the CBS and he does the Nets.
Right.
Marv, when he left left the Knicks,
right.
He took the net play-by-play job and pushed Iron aside.
Right.
Marv does not need to do New Jersey Nets basketball. Iron does.
Right.
Don't do that to Iron. Let Iron do the games. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yeah, that was a
that bothered me. That bothered me.
And you've never bitten a woman or put on panties or anything like that?
You don't sing show tunes.
I've given hickeys.
Yeah, I've done that. Listen, let me welcome you.
Howard, thanks for having me.
I
enjoyed
say
it.
something now. Now I'm going to say something. Let me welcome you to our family here at Sirius Satellite Radio. I believe you're going to have the time of your life. And you are welcome here anytime. You're part of our family. This is a big leap. When you leave terrestrial radio, you're leaving something behind, but you're coming into something great. I congratulate you on your move. I think it was a smart move, and I don't think you're going to regret it. I think you're going to have a good time.
Thanks, my man.
Chris, how'd it go, man?
That was a great spot. I can't think of why I cursed. I would never do that.
Yeah,
that was a
so
tremendous spot. That was a tremendous spot. He was into it. He was peppy. How long were we up for? About an hour?
An hour.
Yeah. That was as good a spot as you ever can do. That's the best spot I've ever had. But no, listen, no commercials helps. You're in uncharted territory. I totally got into it. Totally.
That's awesome, man. So you're excited to be here?
I'm into it. I'm into it. Howard was into it. You got a little dicey, but we stayed basically basically into the main core of things. It was very good. Howard was very good at it. They got into it. You could tell they were all, it was a fun hour.
It was a good interview,
So
man.
we enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it. I really did.
Okay, thanks for stopping by,
Good job.
man.
Zach, Lisa? Not
Yeah,
good?
what about Artie?
Artie is funny. Well, he's a big listener, so he knows what's going on. So he can
Right.
come up with all these little digs that I've had all these years of things that he knows that he wouldn't think I know. 92 picking this, 93 Springsteen. He's got a history of me, and Howard doesn't have that, so he fills in the blanks perfectly.
Really nice to meet you, man. I've been a big fan for a long time.
I can tell you're funny. You're funny.
Good luck with everything.
You reminds me a lot of. You remind me a lot of John Belushi.
Oh, really? There you
People
go.
say that. You look.
Yeah, oh, definitely. That got me work for years.
He was into it. Didn't you think he was into it?
Dude, he loved you, and everyone's gonna love you, man. You know you're good. Just good luck with everything,
All right,
man.
baby.
I'll be
Good job.
listening.
I'll be. Good job. Artie.
So, how'd you feel to be the reina of the school? It's kind of
So consumed that I'm going to this thing.
I still don't know where it is. I hope
That's
I
the
get
problem. It's an hour and a half out of Manhattan. I'm leaving 3 o'clock to get there at
there. To make a
5:30. 5:30.
5:30 appointment.
The wedding starts at. Wait a second. 3 o'clock. It's 5. You're right.
5, yeah. See, you're going to screw me up.
Yeah, sorry. I know am I leaving 3:30 or 3? Hey, Ronnie, what time am I leaving for Jason's wedding? Ronnie gave me all the advice. He scoped it out.
All right.
I'm so totally consumed. I'm like planning, it's almost like I'm planning, how many things to bring in the car with me.
Right,
so
like
keep me
what
busy.
do you pack?
Yeah. What time am I leaving?
Like 3:30.
3:30.
3:30, quarter to 4.
Quarter to 4.
Oh, you can even leave as late as quarter
Yeah,
to
it's
4.
like an hour, 15 minutes. That's what time I'm leaving the city.
Are you going to do it in all in
Quarter
one?
to 4, I'm meeting Will.
Are you going to do it all in one drive, or are you going to get a hotel halfway there?
Yeah, maybe you'll start Friday.
Dominic Barber called Jason and goes, how come you didn't invite me to the wedding? He heard I'm going, so now he wants to be there. That guy's so transparent. He doesn't even know Jason.
Isn't he going through something right now?
Yeah,
Should he
stay
really
home.
be at a wedding?
If I was him, and I'd been married 3 fucking times already, no, 4.
Is it 4?
4, and 2 to the same woman, I'd be at a psychiatrist's office. I wouldn't even be anywhere where I could be seen.
You'd think his plate would be full.
His plate was full of spaghetti. Landed on his head.
Yeah, if I was Jason, I'd invite him and have nothing but plates of spaghetti around.
Right. Oops. Honey, I'm home. I mean, does a burn victim want to go to a fire? No.
A barbecue?
Let's go to a wedding.
Yeah, I don't think even the bride and groom want to look at him at this point with what he's going through.
Can't be good vibes.
It's going to bring bad karma.
So I'm leaving 3:30, and I'm thinking, oh, man, an hour and a half in the car. What am I going to do for an hour and a half? What am I going to do?
Oh, Beth will be with you.
You've got a hot chick with you.
Yeah, but come on. I got her with me anyway.
You can't talk to your wife for an hour and a half?
No, we don't do that. Beth sleeps a lot, and then I mean, you're talking about 3 hours in a car, there and back. I mean, even if let's say we did something wild, like banged in there, that would last 5 seconds.
Yeah, now what do you do?
Now
you got
what do you
another
do?
hour and 10 minutes.
Just go slow.
Oh, no, I bring a whole bag with me when I travel. I have computers. I have all kinds of stuff. I'm busy the whole time.
Well, then, you got all gadgets nowadays. You could keep yourself busy.
Busy with my chess. I'm busy with crayons. I'm drawing.
Crayons?
Is it true Jason's going to Rick's Cabaret the night before his wedding?
Well, he already had a bachelor party in Amsterdam. What's that all about?
That's what I heard.
Well, no, he had 2, Amsterdam, and then I think him and Will had a dual party at Rick.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't know why they're going back to Rick.
Another one?
It's constant, dude, are you really going?
A constant saying goodbye to his single.
I have a bunch of friends in from out of town.
Well,
we're having a rehearsal dinner, and then we're all going over to the Great Rick's Cabaret.
Uh-oh.
Wow. No kidding.
It'll be fun, man. I mean, what the hell? What am I going to do Friday night? Nothing.
I don't know, dude.
I'm not even with the
I
chick
just
on
know
Friday
you're not
night.
even that much into sex with your girlfriend.
That's not true.
You told us that.
That was like 2 years ago.
Doesn't he have to use
Changed
a
different
product to get a hard on?
No.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes,
I have Viagra. It's just there as a
And you're
safety.
how old?
It's for
how old
Fred,
are you?
come on, dude. I'm 29.
You're 29?
29.
Okay, I thought you were older.
Well, because I'm huge. The body of a 55-year-old.
I'm in my 50s. I've never needed Viagra for anything.
I don't need... Dude, all right. For the 800th time, I'm on Lexapro, and one of the side effects is that it could affect your erection, your hard-on, and so I have it there as a safety.
If I couldn't get a hard-on, I'd be depressed too.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Good Lord, he's like a test tube. There's a lab in there.
Dude.
What's the game plan, though, for the wedding? Like, you guys get married straight up at 5? Like, I don't want to sit around and wait.
I'm going to tell you. Go ahead. So you can take your time. It's going to the actual ceremony is probably going to start more like 5:15ish.
Are you having one of those long ceremonies like with a rabbi?
No rabbi. There's no religion in our ceremony.
Yeah, and how long is the ceremony?
It shouldn't be more than 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
That's short, isn't it?
What are you, the Pope?
That is short compared to a lot. I mean, Catholic. Some Catholic weddings.
Mine was 4 minutes.
I was going to say yours is pretty short, right?
Yeah, and people were already snoozing. Mine was just the right length.
And that
of time.
included a song.
Yes. I know yours was perfect, and I'll try and emulate your wedding as much as possible.
Well,
but,
no, according to people around here, mine wasn't perfect. But the fact of the matter is, the ceremony was pretty perfect, right, Robin? I mean,
absolutely,
just
you
enough.
didn't bore a soul.
I promise you, it's short. In fact, the chick who's marrying us, she had like written up some big thing, and I took it and took a marker and started crossing a whole bunch of crap out. It's just a quick little,
How do you know the woman who's marrying you?
No, we looked her up online.
Oh.
She's a Unitarian.
Oh, is that what you get the thing from the Inquirer? That's how.
No, there's a Unitarian church.
Yeah, she's from the Unitarian church. It's one of those like hippie churches, any religion.
The Unitarian church is one of those you can just apply to be a minister, and they send you a card.
Yeah.
But they do have an actual church.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, I see what you're saying about the internet. Yeah, I have no idea what her credentials are, but
what soap opera is she on?
She can legally marry you.
She can legally marry us. Yes.
Hey, do you have relatives who are pissed about the non-religion thing?
If I do, they haven't said a word about it.
That's
we're kind of mixing up. We're having a huppah, and which is a Jewish thing, but it's just there to be there. Like, I don't know, it looks nice.
Are you stepping on the glass?
Well, yeah, that's fun. I mean, fuck that.
Nobody's lifting you in the chair, though.
No, I don't want that. Really.
There's a big conspiracy. We're lifting them. There's 20 of us, but we're going to lift them.
It's going to be so.
They need a forklift.
It's going to be embarrassing.
Hold on, back up. You're having a huppah. That's that little hut.
Yeah, the little hut.
What is that for? If you're not having a Jewish wedding, why are you doing that?
Because it's a traditional thing, and it looks
your wife
nice.
Jewish?
No.
So why are you having a huppah?
She wanted the huppah, actually.
Why? What does it mean to her, and what does it mean to you?
Well, for
you're
me,
gonna build a little hut. No wonder you're over budget. Are you over budget on that wedding?
I don't even know. I'm not over budget. I don't know where my parents and her parents are. I put a cap. In fact, your talk you had with me a few months ago helped a lot because I just started putting my foot down about shit, and I wasn't.